forgot about the echo. Oh, so disorienting.
What is
my echo?
What is echoing?
Everyone. Remember?
Tell me specifically who's echoing.
Everyone. Because I'm plugged into the Twitch stream.
Yeah. Oh, right. So you hear all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh well.
Hopefully my computer will live eventually.
Yes.
Anyway, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Kaylie. I haven't seen you until right now.
That would be really sad.
So yes, stream is going. Hello everyone.
Hello.
And welcome back.
And welcome back to Pathfinder with me, Pat.
You could even say it's Pathfinder. Oh,
I did actually say it was Pathfinder.
oh, I misheard you.
But it's okay. So when we last left our heroes, you guys were all doing a whole manner of shit.
Lots of shit
all
was going
kinds of
down.
shit. But most pressingly,
I apologize, Pat. I'm about to add slightly more shit to your plate. Slightly more.
well, hold off until I recap at least.
I will.
Okay, so the primary concern at the moment is a client working for an organization called the Gnome Brotherhood, also known as the Gnome Mafia, is asking you to track down the person running an underground fighting ring, known only currently as the Boss. No more Metal Gear jokes. We exhausted that. And I legit didn't think of that when I thought of the name. It just made the most sense. Anyway, and in order to do that, you guys have enlisted Ursa into fighting in these underground rings, her completely unaware of the true purpose because you believe that the boss has some mind-reading powers. She made a big enough splash at one of the amateur arenas in order to get the interest of one of the operators of one of the middle-class rings. So they have started working with her and Representative Josiah, which is partially represented by both Benedictus and Pennington, depending on what's more appropriate for the circumstances, but looks like Benedictus. And you know that at some point you're going to meet with the guy who is arranging the fight in some kind of butchery. What is that called?
Butcher's shop?
I think it was a butcher shop.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what it's
to
called.
discuss the details of her next fight against one known as the Booty Deathbringer, which I believe I said would be sometime like in the next week or so.
Yes.
So, on the side, Amanda, or Dodeka rather, has been feverishly working on her ability to craft items, specifically ones to be useful for this particular mission, things that could possibly enable disguising or blocking mind-affecting stuff.
And Nuria has also been working on her extracts.
And Nuria has been working on her extracts to also do the same.
And Ursa's
Woo!
been working on her muscles.
Yes. So, Dodeka, you said you wanted to add to my plate?
It's just a little thing that after she would be done with what she can do currently, which I think at this point she is, just some research that she would end up doing, her own kind of research.
All right.
So, I don't know if you want to deal with that now or.
Not just yet.
Okay.
We'll deal with that in a bit.
All right, that's cool.
Okay, so anyone else want to add anything before we continue? Okay.
Nope, I'm all set.
Sounds lovely.
Sauce ready.
Okay, so here we are, born to be kings.
Of the universe.
That reminded me. We're
What?
inside. Have
What?
you guys
Have you other people who actually play League of Legends seen the promo video with Imagine Dragons and that really cool animation for the 2014 championship?
Apparently not. She can show it to you later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Random aside.
random aside. Never mind.
It's okay.
It's cool.
So I guess we can skip right ahead to I believe, who is currently holding the old coin that enables communication with the Gnome Brotherhood? Is it Nuria?
Yes. She
Okay.
just used it to talk about how to go about selling concessions at the next match.
Correct. You hear back from that. Basically asking if she can meet at the bakery.
Nuria says yes.
Okay. Shit, I didn't finish the character thing for this. Hang on. Just gonna use a generic asshole.
Fast zombie.
No fast zombies.
A baguette? Was that a baguette?
Sentient baguette.
Person. Disguised as a regular everyday person, of course.
It's a baguette disguised as a person, guys.
All right. So yes,
Baguette
Nuria
is there.
meets up very discreetly and goes into the back room, sitting down with Nuria. Does anyone else want to be there?
Sure.
I haven't actually met this person yet.
Nope. Dodeka's been holed up learning how to craft items.
That wasn't you saying you wanted to be there.
I know, I'm thinking.
Uh,
Nah, not yet. It'll
Pennington-
be funnier if she finally meets her later.
Pennington would probably be in the area.
So same thing.
Same three. Actually, I guess the guest would probably be in the comfy chair.
Who would?
One would
The
think.
guest.
No. The whole point is intimidation tactics.
Oh, okay.
They sit in the uncomfy wooden chairs.
Okay, all right. You're the one who
We
designed
sit
it.
in the nice, comfy, big red furniture.
That's fair. Okay. She sits down and is like, I think we have a problem.
And what might that be?
The next match, I found out who it's against.
And
The one known as Booty Deathbringer.
You see Benedictus just like smirk and cough to cover it up.
Nuria just laughs.
does he,
Yes, laugh all you want, but this is very, very disconcerting.
does he eviscerate us with his booty?
She, and yes. Well, yes on the evisceration part, less on the booty part.
And what's the booty part?
All right.
The booty part is because she appeals to sex appeal or whatever. I don't know. It's just a, fighting
Is
thing.
she an enchantress or something? Something?
No, she's something a little more illusory. We're not entirely sure exactly what she is, but whatever she is, she has... We believe that she probably is working very closely with the boss.
So we've apparently piqued his interest indirectly.
Exactly. I don't know if he actually suspects anything, or if he just considers Ursa some kind of tool to manipulate. But one thing I'm almost certain of is that they want Ursa dead.
Oh dear.
Why would they want her dead when they could make money from her success?
When they can make money from her death.
That's a one-time thing, though.
Yes, but it's a big one-time thing. And it gets rid of potential problems if there are potential, problems.
Apparently they haven't read the Sustainable Business Handbook, like me.
Well, I don't think they were thinking of that when they stole the business out from under us.
True enough.
In any case, Booty Deathbringer tends to fight in matches to the death. And I have little reason to suspect that there's anything different about this particular match. So it's very, very, very important that Ursa takes this very seriously.
Is there anyone who has successfully just beat her before?
A few that she's let live, seemingly because of random whims. But no, currently she is undefeated.
as far as what she actually does so we can prepare accordingly?
She fights with a rapier, typically. And when that doesn't work, she tends to bend her opponents to her will.
So some sort of non-enchantment enchantment.
What makes you think it isn't an enchantment?
Because you said that it's something else. I did mention enchantment. That's the first thing I mentioned.
We think it's something else, but it might not be. We don't know enough about this person. Like we said, any attempts to really get any kind of information about the boss or those who work directly with him usually returns either corpses or absolutely no information whatsoever.
Well, what kind of rules will be in place for the match?
I don't know that much information because my ties are no longer directly with the organization anymore, but through what few connections I do have, I can suspect, mostly through the participants, that it will likely be a match to the death, no holds barred.
So would I be able to prepare infusions to help her?
As long as she has them with her when she enters the ring, I suppose that should be fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
But aside from that, you won't be able to help her from the audience without catching the eye of those in the observation box.
Of course, but we can do all we can to prepare her beforehand.
Well, of course. That's why I'm here. I wanted you to know what you were in for so that you had plenty of time to prepare.
Speaking of which, how neutral are the observers in those box?
The ones that we can't see or learn anything about.
That answers my question.
We honestly have no idea, but we do know that they're probably, for all we know, the boss could be in that box, but we don't know that for certain, and attempting that would almost certainly tip our hand. If not, and get us killed almost immediately.
So interference would be a bad choice.
Interference, getting caught interfering, almost certainly. That would almost completely ruin the entire game. So, obviously, I can't do much to help other than give you the information I just gave you.
Perhaps a little bit more information could help. What kind of personality does this Deathbringer have?
She plays the femme fatale role rather well for the audience. Scantily clad, very well proportioned, whatever. And then uses that to an extent until pushed, and when she's pushed, she becomes ruthless and, well, sadistic.
Yes, but with her fans.
What do you mean?
What kind of interaction does she have with them? Is she personable? Is she, apt to take, gifts or give autographs?
Well, not typically before, out in the open. She tends to only really appear during shows. In the short period after the show, maybe sometimes. Although I've told sometimes fans will ask for something and then end up dead. But
sending Pennington in to do the honey pot.
Does she have any sort of love interest?
I mean, it's possible she's somehow involved with the boss, but aside from that, which is purely speculation, we have no real evidence to support that. It's just, maybe a gut feeling. But, I can't think of many other reasons that, someone like Booty Deathbringer would be so endeared to the boss, unless perhaps he's using her suggestive abilities for his own ends rather than having his own suggestive abilities. His or her own. Perhaps she even is the boss. We honestly don't know.
Just trying to think if there's any way that I could perhaps prepare something for her under the guise of someone she trusts.
I don't think she's the one, kind of person to trust anyone who didn't have something on her. Unless you have something she wants, I don't think you'll ever be able to get her trust. And honestly, I don't know what a woman like her wants other than murder. Copious amounts of murder.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Is there anything else any other questions I can field for you right now?
I think that's it from me. What about you guys?
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you need anything, you know how to contact me.
Oh, did you find out if it's all right if I bring my concessions in?
I believe I can't remember if I told you this, but I think if you bring your goods to the bouncer at the entrance and impress him, he might let you through.
All right. I just wanted to confirm that. Thank you.
Yeah. Obviously, I can't put any good word for you.
It's all good. My work will do its job.
If I honestly don't know if it would be better to finish off Booty Deathbringer or let her live. But should Ursa be lucky enough to find victory against Booty Deathbringer, I'll leave that to you guys to decide whether that would be more or less advantageous.
It may be better to let Ursa decide that in order to avoid suspicion.
Yes, that's a good point. Do you think she's the type to show mercy?
It depends whether she's in the mood.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. It should be an interesting match. This will be very different from the last ones you probably watched. So be ready for that. And with that, she runs away. Not runs away, but...
I just picture her just
Please,
looking at you and then just runs out the door.
Yep. You can reach out to her if you need to. So you guys want to discuss that more in private?
Yeah.
Okay, with the whole group or other than Ursa, obviously?
Remember, we have these handy bracelets. You could just be like, oh, Dodeka, come here.
That's true.
This is very true.
Like,
Not
Oh,
that
we
she
could've-
would-
Actually, no, you can't bring her to you. You can go to her.
oh, never mind.
Where's Dodeka?
Probably in the magic lab.
All of a sudden, we're all in the magic lab.
She's either in the magic lab, in taking a bath, or in her room.
All right, do you guys just want to
So
all
one-
use your
One
bracelets
of
to go to her?
those three places.
Well, Nuria's gonna take control of the bakery and let Sami go with Benedictus and Pennington because she knows Sami isn't the business type.
Hmm,
And she figures Sami would rather be part of the mission at this time.
probably.
So she fills Sami in and says she'll take care of the store for the rest of the day.
Okay. Sami is very thankful for that. Hi, Poco. Okay, so do you guys all go to the magic lab?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
To Beartopia! Whoosh! Scene change.
Scare the shit out of Dodeka, who then spills something that looks like it might have been corrosive. Maybe.
If you want, you can take the bracelet off and leave it outside the door if you don't want random people showing up.
She totally wouldn't have thought of that
Yeah.
until just now.
Okay.
Now she will leave it outside.
Evening, Dodeka.
No, we're
She's
missing-
like, oh my gods, what are you? It's ruined! She points at Pennington, she's like, you know, I'm making these for you.
Ah, yes. I thought you're familiar with chemistry, right? Or you took all those subjects in school, right?
A little, Nuria would know
Alchemy.
more. She's like, a little bit, but Nuria would know a lot more. Why?
Oh, yeah, you are there at the time, by the way.
No.
What?
Sami is, remember?
Oh, right, Sami went in your stead. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was like,
moved
why is there a Nuria?
Sorry, I moved. Yeah.
It's clone Nuria.
Clone Nuria.
It's what's I always forget the word. Oh well.
It's Nightmare Nuria.
Yeah. Shadow Nuria.
Why is my health down?
I kind of
Because
typed
I'm
in-
an asshole.
Anyway, we have a problem we need to discuss.
I was testing.
Apparently, Ursa's next match is not going to be quite as simple as the previous one.
Of course, they're not going to continue to be simple. They're going to get hotter and hotter. So what are we looking at here?
Well,
Enchantress assassin who goes for the kill in every match.
but her name is something quite hilarious.
Looking on the bright side.
Just like her name.
Deathbringer.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Lady Deathbringer.
So they could just then composes herself, and she's just like, well then. They're
Unfortunately,
certainly creative.
the name is where the chuckles stop.
Is that her byline?
Stop.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Oh, the thing is, like, I'm afraid I don't have. Well, if Nuria can get an infusion for mind blocking, that would definitely help her out.
Keep in mind, the infusion that she is offering only prevents, I believe, thoughts from being detected. I don't believe it protects against invasive enchantment,
No, it
sort of
doesn't.
control spells. Does it?
No, it's not. Let me just look up the rules real quick for you. It's in Shroud Thoughts, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
In Shroud Thoughts. Detect thoughts, seek thoughts, and modify memory and memory lapse.
I
It
That
says-
would
oh, wait,
work against a charm person or something like that.
Hang on. It says, including the effects of divination spells such as detect thoughts and seek thoughts, as well as enchantment spells. So maybe it's just all divination and enchantment spells.
that's very powerful.
Text or opposite thoughts, memories. The caster. Oh no, the caster must succeed at a caster level check against the DC of 11 plus your caster level, or the spell fails. So it's not a guaranteed block.
Yeah.
It just provides a defense against it.
Dodeka goes, I have a few spells. I have two that could give Ursa an edge to be able to resist this. But I would have to cast it there. It's not something that lasts for hours.
Increase the strength of her will, I would assume.
Allow her to, well, add a character, because this would sound weird. She has resistance, so she gets +1 to all of her saving throws, which is useful. And haste wouldn't really. Oh, haste would just give her a fighting edge overall. She'd be able to move faster, and she'd have extra attacks, so she may be able to take her down faster.
I may be able to have some buff spells on her as well.
So we're just gonna
How
drug
long
Ursa
do the
until she's just
spells
a
last?
beast.
Minutes.
Therein lies a little bit of a difficulty. I do
She's
not.
like, this is why I'd have to actually be there in order to cast them on her before she could rot into the ring. Oh, I'd have to actually go there.
So
And she goes, I suppose I could cast disguise self on myself and try to blend
Self on
in
myself.
with the common rabble.
all right.
And she kind of muses, I have been a little curious as to how Ursa looks in the ring. Maybe this will be a little bit of fun. That is, if Ursa doesn't get killed. Then it won't be.
Well, okay.
If we are able to discern what alignment this booty Deathbringer is, I can give significant protections to her mental and physical fortitude.
I think evil might be one of those alignments.
One
Oh
would
yes,
assume
but we
that
might want to double check.
one would assume
I'm just
that she would be
saying.
evil. However, I could not. I couldn't guarantee that she might not be neutral. She might just be doing it for herself.
If you go around killing people for fun, I think that aligns you with evil.
This is the sort of thing which one must confirm before making assumptions.
We do not. Yeah, we didn't ever ask the gnome as to where her whereabouts are when she's not.
I also think we
In the
should
ring.
warn Ursa of her abilities. We don't have to tell her the plan. We can just say that this is what we've heard. So that way she's a little bit more prepared. Mentally, that is.
Hang on.
Salmi's like, well, that makes sense. As far as she's concerned, it's just another opponent. And,
Exactly.
I mean, it makes sense that, you know, you guys as her representatives would learn information about her next opponent.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Incidentally, the protection I'm talking about, protection from evil and or chaos, would give her a +2 armor bonus, +2 on resistance bonus on all her saves, and give her a second roll against any enchantment, charm, or compulsion effect, including things like charm, command, and dominate.
What is this called again?
Protection from evil.
Okay.
Is on my paladin spell list.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep.
Plus any summoned
What's the time?
creatures can't.
How much time do we have
harm them.
before this match, Pat?
You haven't actually gone to meet with the guy at the butcher's yet, so you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that appointment is this afternoon. So.
The appointment to determine the time of the match is this afternoon. I hope it's not tonight. However, in the event that it is tonight, do you think we could scrounge up? Do you think we should attempt to split up and perhaps... Do we want to inquire with your family again? I'm not sure if they'd be willing to keep on helping us with all of our ad hoc requests.
Dodeka goes, I'm afraid any more inquiries or information may be met with a certain amount of suspicion, and we'll have to actually tell them what's going on, which will not end well.
You could always ask dear brother.
Oh, yes.
Without me
Yes.
present, of course.
Dodeka kind of stares off a little bit. I'm sorry, what?
Benedictus would probably be a bit confused. I haven't never talked about my family.
Yeah, Benedictus has no idea what's going on.
Oh, it turns out, Benedictus, the cute librarian is Pennington's brother.
Did you say cute? He's skinny and a horrible human being.
She's like, look, I've known him longer than I've known you. Let's keep that in perspective. Apparently, I've known him longer than I've known you. Not that I've really talked to him much. She's blushing, and she's like, I'm going to shut up now.
All right. Well, Pennington, I would certainly trust you to surveil our erstwhile opponent. I suppose there's not too much chicanery to be involved in the meeting. I can go as myself and arrange the details.
Who has the coin? Is it Nuria? Did we forget the coin back there? Because we should actually ask the gnome where this person is hanging out when she's outside the match. It's a big city to surveil.
How about we all teleport to Nuria right now?
But just, you know, Nuria leaves her bracelet in the secret meeting place because she doesn't want her business to just have friends pop up out of nowhere all the time.
Well, all right.
Wait, then
Wanna
how
be
did
like that.
Sami get here?
Oh, right, she has no bracelet.
So yeah, she
Ah,
has a
shit.
bracelet, so you
So
can't.
we
It's
have
like
to
we're
walk.
So
walking,
you guys have to
guys.
walk.
We have to walk the goddamn thing.
Damn
Like
it,
a
you have to use
commoner.
your leg.
Damn it. But the magic is there, so we don't have to use our legs. Magic has failed me.
Aww.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the bakery then.
Back.
Bakery. I'm actually going with them. Oh my god! I
Okay.
wonder if there's actually anything I can make. Probably not.
The only thing you might be able to make would be a what you call it,
Are you just like in the
cloak
kitchen?
of
or-
resistance.
I could make a cloak of resistance. You're right. I could make a cloak of resistance and then cast resistance on her, and then she would have +2.
Okay.
That's actually not a bad idea. Good job.
Do we still have cash left over for it? Is the question.
I do.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are running low
I
on
didn't
the
spend
money.
my full amount. So.
Mhm. All right, so you guys are actually everyone but Dodeka. Sorry, hang on.
I'm about to say I'm there now.
Oh, come on, stupid piece of. Oh, right.
And of course, as soon as I walk in, I pick up something to snack on.
Dodeka is there. Wow. Ah. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you guys are all there.
No.
Nuria, you see them all enter at once.
Oh, how may I help you today?
The Dodeka just kind of stares at Nuria, blinking, like, what?
And Nuria just kind of looks back and is like, I was joking.
That was
I was
so
about to
funny,
play
Nuria.
along. I was about to say we request a special from the back. Wink, wink.
And then
Are
someone
you
in the
propositioning me?
yeah, someone in like the seat eating a bag is sort of like, is this like a front for like the brothel or something? I don't know. If so, I think I want to get in on that. So you guys head to the back. Blom.
Dodeka requests something
You
fresh
saw
and
me in front of
delicious.
Yeah. Nuria doesn't want anybody stealing her food.
Am I there or
No.
Okay.
You're
Oh.
training.
Yeah, I'm
I've
there.
claimed comfy couch on the right.
I claim this armchair by the bookcase.
Good job.
Yes.
I claim stupid chair.
All right.
I love how Benedictus always like faces the direction he's facing, so he always looks upside down.
I know.
Benedictus.
Oh,
But
yeah.
attention to detail, man.
We always have to know where you're facing.
Benedictus is always upside down, guys.
So anyway, yeah, you guys are back together.
Okay.
All right.
So we have use of that coin. We may attempt to surveil the booty Deathbringer before we fight her, but I need to know where she might be hanging out outside of the fight.
Got it. Nuria activates the coin.
Okay. So you're basically just she's just gonna show up.
Well, it's like a comm.
Yeah, it's if you communicate. Okay, yeah, it's sort of like you basically can send like a 20-word message through it.
Okay. She doesn't have to keep it a code, right?
I mean, you can if you're comfortable with that. You don't know.
Okay, well, then Nuria would just say, interested where opponent hangs out outside of ring.
Okay. You get the response, no fucking idea.
Nuria just looks at her and she's like, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Of course not. I think he
I
just
get-
likes to scare us and not provide us with any useful information.
I mean, you have to realize, like, they wouldn't have reached out to you if they didn't absolutely need your help. This is like the reason they're getting outside assistance is because their internal network is failing them.
We're Plan Omega, guys. We're the
Yeah.
last.
So Nuria just kind of looks around and
That's
says,
so sad.
you know, in this situation, I really feel like our best bet is just to put forth all of our effort to make Ursa even more badass.
Dodeka says, we've already discussed a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I've already prepared a couple infusions for her.
Yes, I have a couple of spells that'll do quite nicely. as Benedictus might have a spell as well. So we'll have to cast all that on her and cross our fingers.
I will also be going in to sell concessions. So if any of you need a reason to be there, you can help me sell things.
I was going to go with my disguise spell on.
Well, yeah, you could disguise yourself as a concession seller.
I guess I could. I might eat all the pastries, though.
I'll give you a couple before you go.
Okay. Sounds
Actually,
good.
no. I'm drugging them, so don't do that.
Oh my. Okay. Then I will.
It'll be a crowd pleaser.
Okay. Watch Dodeka forget. And
Oh God. Guys, I feel so weird right now.
oh my god. Anyway. Okay. So do we have a plan then? You
Yeah.
should probably talk to Ursa about her opponent though.
We should
What's
talk
that?
to Ursa.
Hang on. There's a stink bug on the window. I cannot abide this.
Oh, there
I
is.
feel like Benedictus said that.
Totally in character.
Yeah. He's actually sitting by the window.
Sure. We'll go with that.
I can't buy
What is it, Becky? What is it? Becky's watching him with.
There actually is, yeah, he is right by the,
I know,
yeah,
Yep.
which is why it's hilarious.
yeah.
What did you say?
He is analyzing it and putting it in a tissue.
And crushing it.
Oh, he's crushing it. Okay,
Apologies.
so
I cannot abide them to live.
he cannot abide them to live, he says.
We heard him.
Okay.
Paladins are weird.
You schistous
Paladins
species.
are
Paladins are
Paladins are,
weird.
I cannot abide the stink bugs to live.
Smite evil. Actually, I think there's a smite vermin. Am I wrong?
Huh?
I think there's an ability called smite vermin. I could be wrong about that though.
I'm pretty
Probably.
sure.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys were talking about possibly talking about this with playing with Ursa.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least telling her, hey, your opponent's really tough, so here's what we're gonna do.
She will also probably take to help better if we tell her that she tends to play dirty. So we
Yes.
just want to fairly increase Ursa's strength.
Even the odds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remind me, what does Ursa think the whole point of this is?
To be awesome and
To be
tight
awesome.
stuff.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure, like you know.
Literally, they came to me and were like, "Hey, we found that fighting ring," and Ursa was like, "Fuck!
I am sold.
I'm so there."
Okay.
But yeah, I am.
I don't know why you guys are so into it, but man,
I am glad for the support, and I would be very disappointed when I
We're
find out.
friends. Friends support each other. Why would you question this?
clearly. All right. So you guys go back to Veritopia after Nuria closes, or
Yep.
do you want to do the thing at the butcher's before you go to talk to Ursa?
They should probably. go
Yes. Or did you want to send me alone?
Dodeka's not going, I'll tell you that.
Well, I think he was planning to meet alone with Josiah.
Yeah. I
well-
was going to volunteer to go while you tried to surveil Booty Deathbringer, unless you would like to go.
Booty booty.
And we can do that stuff later.
Since finding Booty Deathbringer would probably be really, really hard. You might not even succeed.
Our efforts should be.
Yeah, might as well. I can go. What's that? Or did we craft? Did you make that hat yet, Dodeka?
Yes.
Yes,
Remember
that's right.
last-
We tried it last time.
Yeah, it worked.
So I put on the hat.
He's like, make sure the hat is disguised as something that's not the hat I use.
You know, look
Pennington.
exactly like Benedictus looked the previous night when he acted as Josiah.
Does Pennington put on his hat and also his wizard robe?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me do my
It's a
best
reference to an
Benedictus
internet thing.
Okay.
impression.
Old me.
I'm sorry, say that again. They're discussing memes, and it's.
I know. I was.
I put on my robe. and
I will
wizard
do
robe.
my Benedictus impression.
Okay.
Good. Right.
It's like a sexy-
I say the Benedictus.
Oh, I'm sounding like Ben Stein. Okay.
That out there.
So yeah, your meeting is momentarily. So let's deal with that. You go into the butcher's. It's pretty intimidating to go into the back with the freezer and all the meat slabs hanging on hooks.
Totally
But-
not intimidating.
You know, he might be perfectly innocent. This might be just a room only used for butchering.
For butching?
For butchering.
For butchering.
No, it's obviously for boxing.
Well,
not
genius,
boxing,
what are you
unless
doing
punching
here?
for meat.
Yeah, so it might be perfectly innocent. He might be a legitimate businessman. He walks in and he's like, "All right, so as I believe we mentioned before, your the Skullwrath Warrior's first match is going to be against Booty Deathbringer. Now I know that name sounds a little whatever, but I'm going to now. You don't want to let your guard down because tends to kill her opponents. Now I know it seems like a rough first match, but unfortunately, when I tried to sell this to the boss, well, I can't exactly remember everything he said, but one thing I absolutely remember was that he told me that we needed to really see what this person was made of. So I think that if I asked him if he was okay with potentially losing one of his star players. I mean, Booty Deathbringer is one of his big guns. So I wasn't sure how he felt about that, potentially losing Booty Deathbringer. But I think I think he figures if somebody can beat Booty Deathbringer, that person will be a bigger draw than Booty Deathbringer ever was. So I think he sees it as a win-win. Either he loses somebody who wasn't that good, no offense, or he gets a new champion.
I see. Considerable risk involved.
Well, this is the fight ring business. It's always risky.
When is the match?
The match is in about a week. We can adjust that if that's not convenient, but we think that that's a fair amount of time for you guys to get your ducks in a row and really work on your routine.
Does this Booty Deathbringer practice anywhere?
Only in private. Even I don't know where she practices, but I can tell you that she does have another match in a couple of days if you want to maybe observe and get a feel for how she does business.
Certainly.
All right.
Where would that be?
That would be at the location that I'm going to tell you now, and he indicates to actually the back of the freezer. There's a hidden passageway that leads underground in the back of it. He's like, when you come in for the fight, just tell the guy working at the butchery that you want 3/4 of a pound of flank steak, and he'll know what you're talking about.
So
I'm just
weird.
imagining some hapless, rich guy being like, I have this great recipe plan.
Exactly 3/4 of a pound.
Come this way.
What you'll need.
Oh my god.
Well, the thing is, he usually responds by saying, I think I have, but I have to check in the back, and then you follow him back. If it was somebody who was actually looking for it, they'd be like, oh, well, that's all right. I'll just go next door.
What's the pot for this match?
I'm sorry?
The jackpot, the potential winnings.
Oh, well, that's usually privately discussed between the participants. We don't want the fighters to be comparing their pay stubs, if you know what I mean.
Understood. Very well. Any more details I should know about?
The stakes are really good if you plan on betting on it.
We'll
I
have to
mean,
think
if you feel like betting against Booty Deathbringer anyway, the stakes are something like 20-1.
We'll have to think about it.
Well, all right. The match, her match is going to be her next match is going to be 3 days. Usually they start letting people in around after sunset, your Skullwrath Warriors match is going to be 1 week from now, also at sunset. But you should probably get here a little bit before that.
Very well. Thank you.
No problem. All right, so back to Beartopia.
Back to Beartopia.
Oh, God.
You hear
Or-
the distant sounds of shouting Ursa and hitting things.
Hearing what the time frame is, so Dodeka brightens up and she's like, I can make a cloak of resistance in 2 days. Yay!
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 So
You guys all want to meet up at the common area, or how you guys want to play this?
yeah, let's meet up in the common area and grab Ursa and
Yeah.
and do the chatting.
Nuria, are you there now?
Yes.
Okay.
Store's closed.
Okay, store's closed. But it's only 3! No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Ursa joins you in the common room.
La 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 la. I'm
Ursa,
feeling pretty good about my life.
Oh, there we go.
I trust my friends implicitly.
I trust my friends. I always have my back. My friends are great.
They would never lie to me.
They never lie to me and use me as a pawn in their game of chess against the evil forces of the world.
Very interesting song. Could be.
Oh my god.
Great news, Ursa. We found out who your next opponent is.
Oh, good. I dropped like a lifting like a weight thing. I just dropped it on the ground.
Her name
Yay!
is Booty Deathbringer.
Oh, I've heard of her. She's supposed to be nasty. I'm gonna punch her lights out, but you know.
On a slightly more scary note, she apparently, we've heard that she is might use some dirty tricks like enchantment magic. So
Oh,
we should probably
That-
protect you against that, because that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
unfair.
it's not cheating if everyone's doing it.
Exactly. They're all on board then.
We're all on board.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to be, dominated with mind magic. It's not fair. It's a very nasty process.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't want to die. Or,
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
you to die either.
Yeah, I do
Aw.
mention, incidentally, this fight is to the death. She's been known to have mercy on her opponents, but don't trust in it.
Oh, really? Okay. I guess I gotta kill her.
That was quick.
What do you do?
That escalated quickly.
That is good.
Trying to figure out how Benedictus would feel about murdering someone in cold blood in an underground illegal fighting range.
Someone who's possibly
I'm not
evil and
I'm not gonna murder her. I'm gonna fight her to the death. It's totally different.
Totally.
If she's aiming to kill me, I should aim to kill her. I mean,
Obviously.
if she
Sounds
like
fair.
if she yields, then I won't kill her. But whatever. We know what we're signing up for.
Yeah. If she yields, knock her unconscious, just in case.
Of course.
Sami's like, I think we're, I'm just assuming she's probably going to be in a rage at the time, right?
Yeah.
So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't know how much
Kill her if
control
you
she'll
need to.
have, right?
Whatever.
fine.
Nuria just seems like she's enjoying this mission. And she doesn't even seem phased by the, stakes. And she just turns to Ursa and she's like, actually, I have this infusion that I've been meaning to test.
Oh,
And I'm really excited to see it in action.
Is it the one I think it is?
Blistering Invective.
Oh, Lord.
oh, good.
I gotta get this one out
I
real
like
quick.
the sound of an infusion. It's a good word.
Caroline, do you already know how it works?
No. I have no
Okay.
fucking clue.
Then I guess I'll just tell you now rather than save it for later. Because I was hoping you already knew about it because then we could just surprise it. But it's basically you unleash an insulting tirade so vicious and spiteful that enemies who hear it are physically scorched by your fury.
Yeah, that.
It burns so bad they burn.
When you cast the spell, make an intimidate check to demoralize each enemy within 30 feet of you. Enemies that are demoralized this way take 1d10 points of fire damage and must succeed at a reflex save or catch fire.
Wow.
Yeah, I got this covered.
Wow. I'm so glad I'm going to be here for this fight.
This is gonna be amazing.
And I'm also going to sell concessions at the game.
Oh, good. Can I have some?
You can have some before the match, a couple days before the match, but they're drugged.
Oh, are you starting a drug cartel?
No. This drug is, it's polypurpose panacea. It's perfectly harmless.
Perfect.
That's a lot of peas.
I know, it's fun to say.
Okay, I trust you. I trust you all.
Implicitly.
Implicitly. You're all my friends.
You will be amazing, Ursa. We have perfect trust in you.
For some
I
reason.
will totally slaughter this random crazy lady. Woo! Doubly so if she tries to actually kill me. Then, slaughter
Which
would be
she
good.
likely will.
Yeah. Well, the Lich tried to kill me. The Druid tried to kill me. Skeletons tried to kill me. Zombies tried to kill. Lots of people tried to kill me.
A lot of things have tried to kill all of us. This is
Yeah.
very true.
And I only almost got disintegrated one time.
It's true. You didn't actually get disintegrated. That was fortunate.
Yeah.
One disintegration a day is enough.
Mm-hmm.
You should start training, I suppose.
Oh, I've been training. I've been training all day and all week and wherever you guys are. Well, you're off doing your bakery things. I'm here.
Well, you must have worked up an appetite then. Why don't you go get
Yes.
a snack?
I will go get a snack. That is a brilliant idea.
As soon as she leaves the room.
Should I feel guilty about how easy this is?
Probably.
No, right?
I love playing an idiot. I love it.
All right.
She leaps right out a window and then.
You guys ignore the
No,
thing. I'm just testing something real quick.
No, Pat, we won't.
Okay. Okay.
So is the no admittance except for snacks thing just attached to your character?
Is
What?
it really?
No.
Oh my god, it is apparently.
What is? What? What's happening?
I wrote no admittance except for snacks below the alchemy room, but a
Oh.
magic lab, but it's following my character.
Oh Lord, hang on.
That's wonderful.
I got it. Outside your magic lab?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving it to the map area, so that's where it will be from now on.
Yay.
So, as soon as Ursa
I
leaves,
feel I can move everyone around. I can move everyone around.
Can?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I think maybe
Please
because
don't.
you gave her power to control Nuria, since my computer is.
Well, I thought I gave her control of you, not everyone.
Don't
Oh.
I have the power.
Oh yeah, I made it so that Benedictus can be controlled by all players. Getting rid of that. Anyway, yeah, continue.
so as soon as Ursa leaves the room, Pennington's like, okay, now that she's gone, when I went to the butcher shop to get the confirmation of the match, it's in a week's time. And apparently she's fighting in another match in about 3 days' time?
Perfect time to test out my new pastry.
You mean Booty Deathbringer's fighting?
Yes. Woody Deathbringer will be fighting in a match at the butcher shop, actually. So we should probably scout that out. I'm not sure if you want to bring Ursa, whether it should just be us.
Probably just.
It would be more convincing if we brought Ursa, because she is going to be participating in a match, so if she came, it would just be friendly scouting.
If Josiah goes and you just happen to be skulking around as someone in disguise, we shouldn't attract any notice.
And I mean, it should probably would be easier
Exactly.
if I start selling things before her match, so it's not coinciding with it.
I believe I said ignored anything you see in the chat. I'm just testing something. I forgot to program blistering invective, and I was just doing that now so it could be used during the battle.
It's okay. It was just funny to see that it was cast on.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. You guys continue. Or are you done talking?
I was done talking. I'm going to go there as me.
Okay. So there's a week leading up to the fight. Who do you guys want to fight? Or there's a couple of days leading up to the match between Booty Deathbringer and someone else that you don't know about. Do you want to just fast forward to that, or are there things you want to do before that happens?
I believe Dodeka will be making that cloak of resistance in the lab, and I will deduct gold. It's going to be +2 because apparently I have enough for that. So that's
Okay. You're probably going to need to spend some time researching the library. Do you want to roleplay that?
Will I have time before the Booty Deathbringer match?
I'm saying you're going to be doing this like research for crafting the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, she'll be going.
Because you said you wanted to go to the library. You want to spend a little time there.
Yes. It was actually for. God, there's so many reasons she needs to go to the library. Actually, there's a lot of reasons.
I mean, she can multitask if you want to. I'm not going to hold it against you.
She's totally gonna multitask, but she's kind of been putting off going to the library, and then finally she's like, okay.
If you are indeed, Pennington, if she's planning on going to the library, he would say, if you are indeed going to the library to spruce up with my brother, do it properly. Make sure that
do it properly.
So we can,
She's like, I'm sorry, Andrew, you're breaking up a little bit. What?
Yeah. Well, he has the ability to sort of probably if he wasn't so much of a didn't have so much of a
There's a chat or please stop it.
I'm cool.
he would be able to research, find us some scrolls and whatnot, which would be useful. So if you could perhaps use your womanly charms, is all I'm saying.
Dodeka's got her arms crossed, and she's kind of glaring at Pennington. And she's like, are you suggesting that I use my gender and beauty in order to convince another to help us out, especially one that I happen to kind of like?
Oh.
Pennington's like, in a matter of speaking, but it is only because you are so radiant that I believe you are able to do this.
Fumble! Oh, roll an energy 20.
Fumble!
Oh, no.
Dodeka, please roll sense motive because you might actually make this one.
This is true. Okay. Come on, character sheet. Come here.
Okay, that was a critical success on the thing, so that's...
It's a critical middle of the road.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, Amanda.
Sense motive, where are you? There you are.
No, that was actually really, really bad. That means he's basically got a 0. So as long as, she didn't fail it, so, you can actually tell you bluffed that time.
She's giving him the look. The you are complete bullshit right now. And and I'm catching you in it. And no. She also hates it, the fact that Pennington always lies, especially when he doesn't need to, so she's just like
I'm just gonna go now.
she's like, that's a good idea.
Like he literally tripped over, he literally physically tripped over his own feet. While he was trying to say that.
Aww.
Oh,
Okay,
All
so, Dodeka, we can spend a little time with you in the library if you want.
yay. Okay, yeah. So she goes to the library. Oh, wait, no, she doesn't go to the library first. She goes to Nuria.
Okay, to
Yeah.
Nuria. You guys are both in the same room, so, yeah.
She's like,
She's
Nuria,
talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
this is... She's like, okay, Nuria, I kind of need your help.
With what?
Boys.
Oh, no, I failed the Bechdel test by accident. Sorry.
It's not your fault.
What room are we in?
You're in the common area.
Are we alone?
Well, it's not.
You
It's
can
not
be.
like two girls talking about a guy is some kind of like.
Benedictus is your gay best friend, so it's like.
Benedictus is
It
present.
says
Whatever.
Benedictus, right?
What?
And Sami
It's
might
not
have
like
advice.
some
can't
sort of
see, 'cause
Bechtel
your screen
singularity.
Yeah, I know,
We
I
talk
know.
about plenty of non.
I mean, you're supposed to be looking on with her.
She's not zeroed in on our my
Oh, I
character.
got it. I was
Yeah, well, I
following.
mean, right now it shows that Sami and Benedictus are both there, but I mean, they can leave if you want them to.
Eh,
Nuria wants one-on-one time.
Sami's gonna go train with
one-on-one
Ursa.
time. All right.
I'm gonna go train with
Benedictus can stay
Ursa.
there.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone's gonna train with Ursa, I guess.
Yeah,
Except for
I'm training in the dining room because I
Who's
want
going to listen at the door, apparently.
Yes.
Training in the dining room. No.
No, just leave like Vizini in a discreet, like under a chair.
Yeah.
Training room. I mean, Sami and Benedictus can actually train a little bit together while they're waiting for Ursa to show up. We can actually roleplay that in a bit.
Oh,
That
sweet.
could be fun.
Yay!
It may be fun.
All right. So yeah, Dodeka and Nuria talk about boys.
Nuria just puts her head in her hand and she goes, talk.
She takes a deep breath and she goes, well, don't know if you know this, but the librarian is actually Pennington's brother.
What?
What? She goes, now that's not all. He's been the librarian there for quite some time, and I've sort of grown fond of him. And she's like all turning red and stuff, and she's like, and well, I mean, before I left home, I guess I just kind of assumed that my parents would just marry me off to some elven noble or something, but I don't have to do that, and I know that now. And he's kind of really mad at Pennington, and the last time you saw me, I was with Pennington, and I don't know how to do this.
Are we talking relationship or just some jiggy fun time?
Fun time.
Please phrase it exactly like that.
Yep.
As soon as she says that, the deck is just like buries her head in her head. She's like, I don't know. I just she's just like, I don't exactly.
Empress
have
is like, I don't think she knows
any
what jiggy fun time is.
Yeah. She's like, I don't have any experiences with anything
And
ever.
how old are you again?
100. She sounds mortified when she's like, I'm 100.
Oh, sweetie, I will be your wing woman if ever anyone was anyone's wing woman.
Empress is like, I think I'm her wing woman. Just saying, I got the literal wings.
Yes, and you're just so charming. You could definitely land her someone.
Damn straight.
Nuria
Oh,
just
God.
laughs because it's like, oh, sarcasm not gotten.
So they're like, that's great, but what's a wing woman?
Oh
dear.
dear.
She's like,
We
she has
can
no
cut
idea.
to Sami and Benedictus because Nuria's gonna give Dodeka
That's
some birds and bees lessons.
Okay.
The talk that she probably never got, because I cannot
Yeah.
imagine her parents ever doing.
By the
I think,
way,
King K
horrible
probably gives it to him.
example.
Good
Why
quick.
did-
Oh god, yeah.
Now, why do people always talk about the bees? When they mate, the male's genitals explode, sealing the semen into the female, and they bleed to death.
That's pretty
You
accurate.
hear that,
I don't know.
Twitch?
Yeah.
You
What?
hear that, Twitch TV? That's straight from an entomologist.
Yes, the one person watching is very excited, I think. Whoever they are.
Whoever they may be.
Just need to get that out of my system. All right,
That's fine.
training.
Entomology stuff. Yes, training montage.
Training
Yeah. Sami still has yet to really find a weapon that she particularly favors. Out of character, I'm still deciding that.
Like Ursa is trying to help her by being like, literally, come at me, just pick a
Come at me,
weapon
bro.
and come at me with it.
Yeah,
And I
she's
will-
just she's taken any number of things, favoring kind of swords for now, bashing around. Benedictus, I assume you start like fighting more with bare hands, not
Yes.
bare hands, but yeah.
Oh, I can
unarmed.
behind that.
Yeah, no, I at this point I'm still fighting with the Sensetsukan, but I'm definitely doing training with my fists.
Mm-hmm. All right. Fight. So Sami's just sort of like, So, Benedictus, how long have you been serving Paylor?
Oh, my whole life, as far as I can remember. I was taken into the monastery at the age of 3.
By force, I assume?
By default. I wasn't exactly having. My mother died at a very young age, and my father. Well, let's not talk about my father.
I can totally relate with that almost exact same story. She says as she bashes your, fists with the sword, I guess. Practice sword.
Yeah. I carefully deflect and kind of try a spinning kick move. Let me roll 1d20 to see how I do with that.
Spinning kick.
I do relatively decent at it.
Good job. And I'll roll quickly for Sami just for shits and giggles. Oh, she natural 20. So
Wow.
she kicks your ass.
Excellent. I say, well done. It's always good to erect defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Physical defenses, not emotional
You're not holding-
defenses.
This fight is a metaphor. Wonderful.
You're not holding back on me, are you?
Oh ho! Apparently I'm not.
Oh, actually, no. You did it. Like you push her back,
I see.
but God knows why.
I say, never. I don't really do the holding back thing. Not since the whole Lich thing.
That's good.
Yeah, he's bad at that.
So tell me, what exactly happened with you guys in that Lich? Because Nuria doesn't really like to talk about it too much. She'd rather talk about bread, and that's nice, I guess. But
There are details of that confrontation which should not be shared, for they put people at risk. Suffice to say, we had assistance with the defeat of the Lich, and it came at something of a cost.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
Well, okay then. Kaylie, do you want your headset back?
Yeah, I do.
There we go.
Honestly, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I'd almost rather we didn't defeat the Lich and waited, grew our strength, dealt with it properly once and for all, or I had the courage to make the necessary sacrifice.
So you're telling me? I think your microphone's on.
I should shut it off.
You just shut it off?
Yeah.
You definitely just shut it off?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're good. Okay, sorry. So the Lich isn't really gone?
No, and recent events have made the situation far more complicated and far less pleasant than previously expected. The Lich will not threaten anyone for now, and we intend to make sure he never threatens anyone ever again.
Well, I guess that's something. In any case, the reason I was asking about Paylor is just, it seems like you didn't really choose Paylor.
I did not. Benedictus
Did choose
says.
Paylor life. The Paylor life choose me.
Benedictus says, I didn't choose to be raised in the orphanage, but I did choose Paylor. Believe me, the priest who took me in was not exactly an exemplar of Paylor's mercy. May his soul rest in Paylor's realm, but I grew up on tales of courage and righteous heroes, and they affected me. They made me choose the life I did, and the events that followed chose to give me no other option.
I guess I've grown up in the city my whole life, and the Church of Palor has a certain reputation for being relatively corrupt.
There were those in my village who, as you said, did not wish to choose the path of Palor, but were compelled to in the face of the army of the Lich.
She seems like she's kind of like beating around the bush. Like, I'm just curious if you're open to alternative deities.
Note that I never said I serve the Church of Palor. I serve Palor. If the Church's will goes against that which he would deem right in any fashion, I will serve the side of good.
All right. I guess I just sometimes find it difficult to believe that a deity who really stands for good and truth would allow his, people to do the things that they're doing in his name.
Is
It
Ursa like
is
in a corner?
a reality I have not become. It is a reality I'm not comfortable with.
Ursa's there. She's fighting. I mean, is this a conversation she wants to interject in?
No.
Okay.
It is a reality I'm not comfortable
I
with.
just wasn't sure.
May I inquire as to what recommendation you had?
I was curious if you'd be interested in joining me, my weekly congregation at the Church of Serenre.
What's out of character? What's that one?
She's basically the Pathfinder equivalent of Palor.
Oh, okay.
Let me. You can roll a knowledge religion, and I can tell you about her.
Yeah, that's one of the things Benedictus might actually be able to do.
Oh no! Don't horrify.
Losing my
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Given how popular she is. Known to her faithful as the Dawn Flower, the Healing Flame, and the Everlight, Serenre, or Serenre, teaches temperance and patience in all things. Compassion and peace are her greatest virtues, and if enemies of faith can be redeemed, they should be. Yet there are those who have no interest in redemption, who glory in slaughter and death. From the remorseless evil of the undead and fiends, the cruelty is born in the hearts of mortals. Serenre's doctrines preach swift justice delivered by the scimitar's edge. To this end, she expects her faithful to be skilled at swordplay, both as a form of martial art, blah, blah, blah. Early god, magnificent, blah, blah, blah.
So like Palor, but a little bit more flowery. Less Old
female.
Testament, more...
New Testament.
They
She's
tend
more
to
New
be...
Testament.
She's more like Jesus.
Yeah, she has a lot of the same domains and things, and she's, the very light-based, similar to Palor. Light-based. She manifests as a bronze angelic beauty with golden hair composed of flowing flame. So yeah, she's very much similar to Palor, but a little more, touchy-feely, I guess.
Fair
New
enough.
Testament.
Yeah,
Not
New
exactly
Testament versus-
Benedictus' style, but Benedictus kind of thinks about it for a moment and says, "It can never hurt to broaden one's perspective on the faith. I will join you."
All right. So yeah, that'll happen some days later, I think. Ursa, do you want to roleplay anything here with these two at all?
Well, Ursa's like overhearing this conversation, but she figures that like it's kind of their thing. She doesn't want to interrupt.
All this
Like aside from
religiosity.
random interjections of like, yeah, like that was shitty, but other than that, she's like giving them their space.
You tell him, Steve Dave.
Spreading religiosity to the fuzzy wuzzies
Aw,
and whatnot.
and whatnot. So, yeah, and they keep beating you with a stick until you know better. All right. So, do we want to jump to the library?
Is Nuria going with
We
Dodeka?
need to finish.
Right.
We jumped.
Okay.
Jump cut.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were going to jump cut to the library.
That's how babies are made.
No, and that's what tier 15 is.
What? Holy shit! Ooh, I never mentioned any of that.
Tier 15. Okay.
Tier 15. Yeah. So Nuria kind of like finishes up and she's like, so That's about what I know. Do you have any questions?
Dodeka's just kind of staring at her, and she's like, "Sorry, I think I zoned out. My sister tried to explain things to me, but I was just awkward with her. It's less awkward with you, though. I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Maybe.
Right, well, I mean,
Possible.
sometimes people do better learning when they do things rather than hearing about them. So I think you should.
Empress is like, I think I like where this is going. No, I'm just kidding.
So Nuria says,
Dodeka looks at Empress and says, "If anything happens, you're not going to be in the room."
Hold on. Sorry. Continue.
But so Nuria is like, yeah, you should definitely head to the library. Considering he doesn't really like Pennington, I say, even if you have to, embellish it a little, I mean, Pennington can be annoying. Talk about how he annoys you sometimes. Connect with him on that level. Find out what he likes to read. He works in a library. He must like books.
Sure.
Work on the common strengths, and, for goodness sakes, a little sex appeal won't hurt. Nuria grabs Dodeka's shirt and tickles it down so that there's more cleavage showing.
She's like, "Oh my goodness. Okay. Are you sure they're not going to pop out or anything? This is nervous. This is nerve-wracking."
Oh, please. You're fine. You're fine. I will say, though, once you...
She's wearing her circlet of charisma, though, so she does look extra pretty.
And Nuria says, but just so you know, after a certain point, I'm not going to be much of a help. I'm not a good relationship person.
She's like, "It's fine. I can never seem to get started." She kind of twirls her pigtails, and she's like, "Do you think I should do my hair differently?"
I mean, you shouldn't...
Makeovers!
You shouldn't present yourself too differently. But, here, let me try this. Nuria takes her pigtails and braids them together.
Aw, that probably looks cool.
Awesome. Actually, Dodeka does that when she takes a bath, because wet hair that long, no.
Really annoying.
But she's like, "Oh, okay." And it takes you an hour to braid it.
Yeah.
But she thanks you. She's like, "Okay."
All right. So good luck, and tell me how it goes.
She's like, "I will." And she's feeling confident, and off she goes.
Okay. Pennington, you probably will see that she leaves to go to the library. Do you do anything, or do you let her be?
You do have the hat of disguise.
I do have a head of disguise. Not every. I was gonna say, or is anyone from the wealthy district allowed in the library, or just select people, or?
You're allowed in the library. You're just not allowed to access the spell books without express written permission, which you don't
Why
have.
not? Pennington will form a disguise of a very wealthy person, just browsing about the library, so you can listen in.
Okay, sure, all right.
Oh my goodness.
We'll do that then. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. Gonna drop you guys down in there.
It looks like a dungeon. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh, Penny. Anyway.
You guys see it all right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Got it.
So yeah, I actually have a description of Dawson now.
Oh, snap.
He's an older brother. He's slightly taller than Pennington, skinnier as well. Brown hair, slicked back, very neat, glasses. And just looks very studious. Usually when you see him there, he's always reading. Usually historical stuff.
Cool.
So yeah, he sees you and he's like, "Good afternoon."
She's like, "Hello. So." She just kind of. Oh my god. She's kind of at a loss for words at first, and she goes, "Sorry, how are you today?"
I'm fine. He seems genuinely like I'm sorry. You don't usually talk to me much.
She's like, "I know. I'm not good at talking."
Do you need something, or
Yes and no.
is there something on my face?
No, it's perfect. I mean, you're fine.
And he looks back over to Pennington, who's disguised as whatever. He's like, "Can I help you, sir?"
Just looking at some books, sir.
All right, let me know if you need any help.
Oh my god! All right. So she's like, "Well, I mean, I was going to do some historical research, actually."
Oh, really? What sort of historical research? I could probably help with that.
More of my family ancestry. The
Narcissima family history is very interesting. Although not a lot of it is completely readily available. There's a lot of speculation in the various blah 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 blah.
She listens.
Yeah.
She actually does want to do research on this, so she's like, okay.
Yes, the political ties alone are very fascinating, and how they always seem to maneuver themselves. No offense, but I mean, families had a very good history of aligning yourselves with just the right families, just the right time in history. It's been a very tumultuous time throughout the long storied history of Greyhawk City, and you guys have always been there pretty much.
She goes, yes, very well.
Sorry, did Andrew fall out?
He's not here anymore.
Oh no,
Andrew!
All right, we'll wait for him to come back for a second.
Oh no. There he is! He's coming back. He's loading.
Loading.
Aww.
Okay, sorry,
He's
Andrew.
back!
Yay! You're back!
Okay, so yeah, he's just sort of like, yeah, you guys have always been there in the history, and it's interesting because there's not as much historical documentation of stuff happening before the revolution. A lot of this, it seems like a lot of the documentation and historical, texts from the monarchy period were culled during the revolution.
Huh. There is a lot of information in the tombs. I'm not sure how...
Are you sure? I visited the Narcissima crypts and it wasn't really anything special.
Did you... She looks around. She leads in and she goes, did you see the real tomb?
It's like there's a fake tomb?
Shh.
He's like, well, I guess that would make sense. It did seem kind of, simple for the Narcissimas. No offense.
Well,
it seemed a little like, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't expect crypt holding the Narcissima family to be so modest.
well, if you would like, we could... Then she kind of stops and is like, am I seriously
Are you
going to have our first date in the necropolis?
To a necropolis.
That's where the conversation's going. So she's like,
Dodeka would be proud.
Dodeka
yeah, right? So she's like, well, if you want, I could take you there.
Are you serious?
I have my sister has access, and her and I are getting along quite well right now. So, yes, I am serious.
I thank you. I'm fairly busy the next few weeks, but maybe we can set up a time after that, I guess.
She's like, oh, that would be good. And if you want, crypts are kind of gloomy places. We can go somewhere fun afterwards, or before, or something, or
Are you?
She's like blushing red. She's like, oh my god.
Are
She's
you
playing with
asking
her.
me out on a date to a crypt?
I don't. It's
Whoa, the guy coughs repeatedly.
She's like,
sorry. Oh, you're hot.
she's like, I
that
don't
sounds like fun.
really.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of girls ask me out, really.
Oh, sweet.
I wouldn't
I haven't
imagine
really had-
why.
Time. I mean, this place isn't exactly, a buzzing hotbed of, fine, attractive
Babes.
women. Anyway, my answer is yes, he says before he starts digging in the grave.
Dodeka is absolutely thrilled. She's like, fantastic. She's like, she's like, fantastic. In that case, we should, as soon as, let me know what your schedule is. Mine's a little bit busy right now.
Okay, well,
Sort of busy. I do have to create a few magical items, but.
I might know of some decent documentation tucked away that might help with your research.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like obvious stuff. We kind of keep it on hold for certain important individuals when it's needed, but I might be able to dig it up for you because I don't think they've needed it in a while.
She's like, oh, that'd be excellent. Thank you so much.
All right, so yeah, you can count that towards your crafting stuff.
Yay.
All right, so yay, successfully date planned. Congratulations.
To a crit.
Date to a crypt.
You knew exactly what part to go for, the history part.
Well, you mentioned the history books. I went, hey, wait a minute.
Very perceptive, yes.
So good hint. All
And you
right.
also didn't bring Pennington, at least knowingly, so
Yeah, that's
that
true.
also helped a lot.
Yeah,
So
she doesn't want to. No, she would have done the. She would have done Nuria's advice where it'd be like, oh, Pennington, he's so annoying, but she doesn't really want the rift between the two to get bigger. So.
Fair enough. All right, so yeah, that was fun. What else do people want to do between now and the match? Not Ursa's match, but the Booty Deathbringer match.
Nuria is ready.
Pennington goes to some of the lower district bars and he attempts to inquire as to. He's like, you probably be disguised as like generic voice dude.
Please tell me you lead with, I'm looking for that booty.
You're gonna have to do a perception roll to see how your investigation stuff goes.
Okay.
I think perception's what I'm talking about. Because there's no longer a gather information. I think it's just rolled into perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, or maybe it's knowledge. Well, I don't know. I'll just count perception. Not quite enough to really get any concrete information, but you do get the inkling that she probably came from the lower class district. Because whatever she is, she's probably not one of the core races.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they don't tend to leave the slum very often.
Any information on any of the ones that she let live?
Just that they ended up becoming very popular fighters, very profitable.
Any specific ones that I could talk to?
Sure, give me a moment. Let's go with I don't believe I used this one last time. Big Yeti.
Big Yeti.
I love these names.
Mr. Yeti.
You can just call me Ralph. I'm not on the stage right now.
All right.
I'm looking for some information on that the booty.
This guy clearly looks like a half ogre. Like he's huge, hence the name.
Oh, jeez.
And he's just sort of like, you want to know about the Deathbringer?
Yes, because I want to make some money. I really do, but I keep on hearing, and I hear she's going to be in a match against the new thing, the Skullwrath.
Skullwrath Warrior. I think I've heard about that. Like, chick. Apparently, she's really possibly a barbarian.
But I people keep on telling me that Booty Deathbringer, she brings bad things. She's
brings the
pretty
booty.
bad.
He brings the booty.
She
Awesome.
brings the booty.
He brings the duty and the death.
I gotta tell you, until you're in the ring with her, you really don't know what you're in for. She doesn't look like that big of a fight, but good lord. I was really close to getting killed. I don't know necessarily what she saw in me in that last minute, but I think it was because the crowd seemed to really be into it. She was afraid that, I think she's probably working pretty closely with whoever in charge of the matches. And I think this is just, I'm no magician. I'm not a scholar. I don't have a education.
Really big Yeti. I couldn't tell.
But when she was about to kill me, it looked like someone told her something. And she stopped.
Like a voice in her head or something? Like she's crazy?
Like, I think it's that, telepathic communication.
Telepathic communicate. I totally get you, man.
Yeah. See, I know my shit. So yeah, the telemagic stuff. I think that's what it was.
Televangelists. Who's dead?
I think somebody mind told her to not kill me because they thought I would be a useful fighter, and I was. I've been bringing in the big bucks lately. Kids love to play as Big Yeti.
Mind magic thing. Did she use that mind magic against you? Did you feel like weird and stuff?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I did occasionally feel like not hitting her, and in retrospect, I'm not sure why.
Big Yeti, one of the great thinkers of our age.
I think I'm gonna go with Booty Deathbringer. Though, I don't know. Skullwrath.
Well, I mean, our next match is against some guy called the Bandit King.
A bandit.
Yeah, he's some newbie, I think. Honestly, I don't think he stands a chance.
I might have to check that match out. Thank you very much, Mr. Yeti. Or Mr. Ralph.
That's all right. Hey, yeah, keep coming to the matches.
Will do.
Keep showing your support.
Or
And
else.
so he goes, or else. So yeah, Big Yeti goes back to his drink, enjoying the company of many fans. Yeah, that's how that goes.
All right.
Oh, one more thing. You do find out that it seems that Booty Deathbringer is, back in her lower income days, was a notorious gambler.
What are the big sources of gambling aside from the fighting rings?
Those are the big sources of gambling, honestly.
Okay.
The rest is just street corner,
Correct.
chicanery, charlatanism.
Charlatanism.
Yeah, but the fights are the big, the thing everybody bets on. Which is probably how she got involved.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what you managed to gather. Unfortunately, nothing in terms of her whereabouts.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else from anyone?
Nope.
Nope.
We don't have to RP it, but Ursa's definitely gonna hang out with Admiral Dynamite on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
Admiral.
I can't think of much to say other than just sort of usual hangout stuff. Actually, no, let's do this. Hang on.
Let's do this.
It doesn't have to be long or complex, but I just kind of want to, get more of Ursa's feelings about this whole fight thing
Okay.
set out. He's just sort of like, so, I heard you made it to the big leagues. Congrats.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah. Everyone's been talking about your first match since this Boo Deathbringer. Apparently she's a tough character.
I'm that popular.
Well, it's not so much popular. Everyone's talking about how you're probably going to die.
Aww.
But you can show them. I'm sure you can show them.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna totally show them. I'm gonna totally ruin this lady. I don't even know who she is.
Well, that's a problem.
She's a lady.
So I got to ask, why are you interested in the fight so much?
It's fun. It's a way of, you be a barbarian, you got rage issues outside of, the actual rage. So, it's a good outlet. It's healthy.
Except with the death.
Well, that's just, how things work in the world.
Amen to that.
You know what they say, can't make an omelet without killing a man.
Without murdering the rooster. I don't know.
So,
I mean, well, I was essentially raised by bears, and that's kind of how it is. You eat, and if someone tries to take your shit, then you gotta fight him, and if the guy isn't gonna give up because he's desperate, then...
Well, I mean, what brought you to the city in the first place?
Oh, well... She pauses, thinking of a good story.
Is this going to be a lie?
Actually, no. She's gonna... Well, it's gonna be a slight lie, but...
Well, we'll see how big of a lie it is, and then I'll decide whether I can roll a bluff check.
Well, honestly, I was getting bored up in my little hamlet in the Skullwrath Mountains. Wanted to come south, seek adventure, seek glory, seek wonders. And, honestly, I've just never been to a big city, ever. There are so many buildings and so many people, and it is crazy. And I don't always know how to deal with it. That's the fighting. So,
All right, so you're not, doing it for the money.
oh, well, there's that.
Because that's why I did it. I mean,
I've got, question. Has anybody told Ursa not to mention she's part of the Apple Corps?
I don't think anybody's explicitly said it, but you do know that they've been, giving you a stage persona.
I think we told her to kind of distance herself so that it doesn't ruin Nuria's bakery.
That's right.
Right.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, so you know not to do that.
Okay, so Ursa's like, nah, I mean, I know, income is great, but I've got other sources of income, and money isn't that big a deal.
Money's not big. Are you sure? You must not have been here long.
Well, here's the thing. If I run out of money, I'll just go out and live with the animals again. Whatever, whatever happens, happens.
Girl, you're something else, let me tell you.
I know.
All right, so that was fun. Anyone else want to do anything before the match?
Nope.
Okay, then let's hit it.
Although I am going to go and make myself a bowl of soup.
Oh, we
Okay,
should.
before you leave, who's going to the match?
That's what I was going to say
Oh,
is
yeah.
the plan.
Dodeka is only going to go to the match where we need to buff Ursa.
Okay, so you're not going to the test match.
Yeah, she's probably gonna hang out in the library more.
Nuria is going to
Yep.
test out her pastries, but she may need a disguise.
You don't want to just come in as a baker? I mean, you're known as the baker. I mean, it's not like, why would you
Yeah.
disguise yourself?
Well, they're drugged pastries. I don't know if people want
These
to.
ones are going to be drugged?
Yeah, she's testing it out.
Okay.
Plus, how's she going to get in? Because she has to get in by impressing the bouncer.
Yeah. So feed him the pastry and see if he likes it.
Okay,
That's the
fine.
only way.
She'll go in.
All right, so Nuria's going.
Unless Benedictus objects, Pennington will go as Josiah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would Benedictus want to assess the other fighter's fighting skill?
So Benedictus is going specifically to check on the alignments of the fighters. I have a spell called Detect Charm that will allow me to sense mind affecting spells being bandied about. And also, I do have a spell called Honeyed Tongue that can basically give me super good diplomacy. So,
that's what I was going to say. We can try out our little trick that we were going to do before, where I go in invisibly and then basically skulk about and then at a certain point we can sort of.
Yeah, this is a trial run.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Obviously, Ursa, are you going to be going to watch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she wants to see her competition and
Yeah, and it wouldn't be unusual for her to go in with her manager.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Eric, you want me to
So,
make
yeah,
you a little? I was going to make myself more hot chocolate.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Do you want tea as well?
Yes. Why not?
All
Right. So it sounds like Dodeka is the only one not going. Sami, I think, is going to pass on this one because she's not really a fan. And you don't really need her there this time. All right. So we all good to go?
I believe so.
All right. Ba-bum.
Fight. Yeah, I hope I look all right.
Oh wait, Eric, we're out of sugar.
No. Hang on.
All right.
Everything's
So-
coming in.
This is exciting.
Ba-bum. All right. So Nuria, I guess you probably would be there first.
Yep.
Roll your craft baking.
That's what I'm about to do.
So, by the way, Pennington, I guess the best idea would be for me and Ursa to go in together, and then for you to follow sometime after disguised, and then we
can switch out if we need.
later.
In fact, for this one, I don't think we need to switch out. I'll just be dressed as a generic crowd goer that's not Pennington.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you go invisible, through the bakery, or the butcher place, anyway.
Yeah, I'd be going invisible before we go in. Yep.
Okay. Once you walk in, you pass through into the arena. Your invisibility clicks off, and the bouncer looks at you and grabs you. Do you resist?
It'd be like, hey, I didn't know that was banned. I thought I was just gonna be some cool dude. And
Roll a buff check.
Yeah. I'll add +4 to this.
Okay.
You didn't know the rules.
Okay. Let me roll d20 to see if. Okay, you fool him. He's like, just don't try to pull that shit again.
Yeah, no problem.
What's the password?
Oh, 3/4 pound of flank steak.
All right, enjoy the show. So yeah, you pass by, but you're not invisible.
Okay.
So, does Nuria come up?
Oh yeah, Nuria. How do you offer the baked good to him?
She has a very large basket filled with savory, spicy crolines, which is like a flaky pastry.
All right.
And she goes, I'm here to sate the other kind of hunger for everyone here tonight. Would you like to try one? On the house.
Okay.
But you need to be sure that if you can handle spicy.
Oh, I can handle spice. So what exactly would the effect be?
Oh, I thought you said I shouldn't drug these.
Oh, you aren't drugging these ones. I didn't tell you what to do or what not to do. I just wasn't sure if you were
She
going to do
wants
it.
to try them out drugged.
Okay, then try them out drugged.
Okay, well, it's one of the effects of Panacea, the one that she determined is intoxication. You feel comfortably intoxicated for an hour as if you had a few alcoholic beverages.
Like, whoa, what's in these?
Just some special ingredients, love, and a good time.
Those are things I always like. All right. Just, don't give any to the kids.
Of course not.
People brought their kids.
So it's a little fucked up, but okay.
Oh. All right, so you guys can all find your seats.
Well, Nuria's gonna walk around.
Yep.
Selling crowlings. Getting people intoxicated.
All right,
But not drunk.
Ursa, where are you sitting?
Not like
Ursa. There.
Pennington would probably. No, I think it should be fairly obvious. If he was following somewhere close behind, that his invisibility clicked off, that maybe magic is somewhat frowned upon.
Well, is the hat of disguise still working?
Is it?
Who's wearing it?
I am.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys... So, do you both look like Josiah now?
No, I'm looking as generic crowdgoer.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, it's still working. That's fine.
Also, Ursa's gonna be. Is it obvious when they walk in where Booty's corner is? Like where?
Neither participants have actually gone into the ring yet.
Okay.
I
Ursa-
kind of beckoned over to Ursa to sit next to me in the front row over on this side.
Yeah.
Are there any areas where there are particularly important people?
You see that big black box behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big black box balcony. That's, you can't see anything that's inside of it. It's clearly magically protected from any kind of, vision, both magical and otherwise. That's probably housing important people.
Okay, I would definitely sit over there then.
Okay.
Also, for the basically
curious.
a couple of minutes before the match, I'm going to want to cast Detect Charm on myself.
Okay. Does anyone have the anything to prevent the mind reading stuff?
Yeah, Nuria would have passed out the infusion stuff. Anyone who would need that protection.
Okay, so Benedictus and Pennington.
Yeah.
So that's minus 6 spell points. Are you taking it as well? Are you taking it as well?
No sugar.
I think Nuria would be pretty confident because she's very focused on selling her product.
Okay.
Because and also she's pretty unassuming.
All right.
So yeah, she'll just cast it on. I can hit and show thoughts. I can't click.
You did. You cast it.
But I didn't cast it on someone.
That's fine. Just cast it as long as it detects that you casted it.
It didn't.
It looks like it cast.
Yeah, but it didn't deduce or deduct spell points.
Give it another try. There you go.
There we go. That was right. And then I'll do it more.
Okay. So yeah, Benedictus and Pennington both have something.
Enshroud Thoughts.
Yeah,
Yep.
you both have Enshroud Thoughts put on you. That'll last for about an hour.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys do anything else before the match starts?
Ursa is it's probably the first time any of you guys have seen her looking very intent on watching people, because she's really into all of this, and she really wants to pay attention to the fighters and how they behave, and it's the only time you see her not fidgeting and being a weirdo, and she's just watching.
I kind of look over at her and say, You've really found your calling, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Beating people up for money and fun?
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely perfect.
Alright, so. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Alright. In the center of the stage appears a gnome, a referee, announcer guy, MC. I don't know what you call them. He has a lot more stage presence and charisma. You guys can hold on a moment. Trying to figure out a thing. You guys can roll will saves. I am detecting evil on everyone that takes the stage. You do not see any evil from the referee.
Yeah, I would probably intermittently scan the audience as well, but
Plenty of evil people in the audience.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me terribly much.
You're the worst paladin. All right. Yeah, Benedictus, you don't
I'm
notice
a
anything
practical
strange.
paladin.
You don't notice anything strange.
Will save.
And...
right?
Where are my saves?
Okay, Pennington, you think that the referee is an illusion.
Ah! That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Ursa, I already rolled for you, sorry.
Probably cheaper that way.
Hang on. I need to check something. I think my wisdom save is off.
Why?
Because I should be getting my base plus my charisma plus my wisdom modifier on it.
For will?
Okay, yeah, it's 10 on my character sheet. It's only 9 in the in-game one.
What are the bonuses from?
So my base is +6 because of my character levels.
Right.
My ability mod is +2
Wait,
because of my wisdom
+6?
score. And yeah, +6 is my base save, and then 2 from my ability mod, and then 2 from my charisma.
I think I see the problem. I think I didn't increment it for your extra level of paladin.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, that's the problem. Let me just make sure I have it right now. Level 5 on 414. Yeah, there. It should be correct now. Sorry about that.
No problem. I'll just go ahead and roll it now.
Okay, you also notice he's an illusion.
Woo!
Not that it matters, but yeah, he's like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's match between Booty Deathbringer. Crowd erupts in boos and cheers, and the Bandit King. Basically, nobody really says anything. This is new. Now, first introducing the one I'm sure that most of you are here to see. I really should have written something. Oh well, I was busy making a bakery.
Hey.
No, it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and he's just sort of he says something vaguely impressive, introducing Booty Deathbringer, because if I try, it'll just sound stupid.
Fair enough.
I can try.
Okay, if you want to try and go for it.
Do it.
Introducing everyone's favorite and most hated femme fatale,
There you
the lady who brings it together and brings it down, breaking bones, breaking hearts, and bringing down the house, Booty Deathbringer!
I should just have you do this all the time now. And she saunters out and hops into the ring.
I can't even tell what her icon is. It looks painful.
She looks like a courtesan. It's kind of like a bird's eye view courtesan thing. She's very scantily clad, wearing like a bikini, basically. She looks human, really.
Okay.
But she has this kind of air about her that's like she's just too perfect looking.
Okay.
Pennington casts Detect Magic.
I forget. Does that detect spell-like abilities as well?
That's a good question.
Well, cast it. Actually, cast it. We'll see the description.
Yeah, it's in the description.
You never gave me back my spells back.
Oh, I didn't, did I? I took them away when you went into the thing. Hang on a second.
No.
I'll at least give you that one back, and I'll give the other ones back over time. Hang on. Where are you? There you are. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh dear God. There, you should have your icons back now. Yes, so, functioning spell.
I don't think it specifies anything about spell-like abilities,
It says
but
you
I
detect
believe
magical auras.
I think unless it's specifically supernatural, it does count as magic.
Okay. I'm going to say then yes. You do see that she appears magical in nature.
Any particular aura of any school?
Hang on, let me check. Are you okay? Did it function as a transmutation?
Transmutation. Okay.
All right. How about detect evil?
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, and now introducing. Oh. And if you could introduce Bandit King.
And introducing tonight, the one who would either have death brought upon him or bring death to booty, the king of banditry and the lord of thieves, the Bandit King.
Steps out, everyone's sort of like, yay. It's Mogador.
I knew it. I knew it. As soon as he said the Bandit King, I was like, I hope it's him.
Oh no!
Benedictus. Hang on, I got to turn video back on for this.
Epic maneuver.
Here's Benedictus's face.
I can't see it. You're
No, it
frozen.
froze. Do it again.
No, it's
Do it. Do it.
He's just smiling.
He just smiled. Oh,
He steepled his hands.
No. Eric, you need to again for
Caroline.
Caroline.
Do it again for Caroline.
Oh, do it again?
Yes, there we go.
Oh, he's gonna die. Nuria just immediately shouts, "Go, Deathbringer!"
Bandit King looks over to you. Are you disguised?
She a little bit.
Okay. Then
She's also way in the back. She's way in the back, and she's like wearing a cloak.
okay, then I'm gonna say he doesn't notice you, especially because he's got like spotlights in his eyes and he's
Also, a lot of people are probably shouting right now.
yeah, exactly. So
She's wearing a cloak so that her fire hair isn't obvious.
referee is like, now the typical rules are that they fight until someone is either knocked out or surrenders. However, tonight we will be in honor of one of our deadliest fighters in the ring. This is going to be a death match where the fight either ends when one of the participants is dead or when the one who's clearly the victor decides to spare their opponent out of some amount of mercy. Although I'm sure the audience can let them know whether or not they feel the other person deserves mercy. The audience goes, yeah, no mercy.
Nuria also goes along with the no mercy rule.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do any of you want to say anything before the match begins? Mokadirk is basically like, I'm not going to let some, dress some glorified prostitute beat me.
Oh.
And Booty Deathbringer just sort of smiles and just sort of like, I think you probably should have watched more of these matches before you came here. The audience just sort of laughs. Like, I don't think you really know what you're in for. She looks to her back. A small little halfling assistant basically goes up behind her and hands her her rapier. Pulls it out. It looks like a really well-made rapier. It's probably masterwork. And Bandit King takes out his, typical. What does he even have?
Doesn't he have a hammer?
I think he has a hammer.
Like a hammer or something.
I mean, that's what he has in his picture. I can't remember specifically what he has.
I think it's a hammer.
It's something. And
He has incompetence and sadness is what he has.
all right. And so the don't do that.
Don't do that.
What happened?
Okay.
He
The
started moving
referee
the set.
basically goes, all right. The match begins now. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right. Starts off fairly simply. They both roll initiative. Booty basically lunges forward very quickly with her rapier, basically feints, and instead of using the rapier, takes a bite out of his neck.
Holy shit.
It doesn't do a lot of damage, but he definitely reels back. He's just really kind of caught off guard by that. He's like, "Whoa! I wasn't told biting was okay." He's like, "Anything goes here," and he's sort of like, "Whatever," and he just attempts a normal attack with his great axe. Okay, there we go. That's what he has, and he actually manages to get a swing into her and deal some damage in there. She stumbles backward a little bit from that and sort of like, all right, that's the way you want to play it. Taking out her rapier, she sort of swings it around a bit and does a little bit of some fencing moves. The terms are escaping me at the moment. Some thrusts, I guess.
Howdy, thrust.
And her form actually seems to be a bit off. Probably still reeling from the rather good great axe swing that went into her.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
She hit on it too. That's off.
Well, yeah, I mean, she looks a bit sloppy, but she still manages to land a scratch against him as he sort of definitely starts maneuvering away from the back of the thing where he's at right now, and tries to hit her again. This time he misses, however. As he tries to maneuver away. She actually backs off a little bit. Now, Benedictus, your detect charm spell, does that work on just things cast on you or things that you see?
It's exactly like detect magic, except for those sorts of mind-affecting spells. So it would be, if she casts it on anything in the vicinity.
Okay. Fair enough then. Can you roll concentration?
Yes.
Because it seems like that's the duration is dependent on your concentration.
Skills.
It's under your spell tab, I believe.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah, I'd say that's good enough since you're not really under any duress right now. You notice that she's casting some kind of mind-affecting spell.
Okay.
Pennington would also still have being detecting magic.
All right. You also see that she's casting some kind of spell. I believe it'll take you a couple of rounds to figure out what it is, though.
Okay.
But I mean, since you can see it in the chat, I think you know what it is. But your characters don't know yet.
Yeah.
And he basically just sort of seizes and then falls to the ground as she basically just looks at him and says, "Fall." Pennington, you are actually very familiar with this particular spell.
Yes. Pennington is unpleased.
He takes a turn to stand back up, looking a little bit intimidated by that. And then she basically moves forward again and thrusts with a rapier. Her first thrust seems to hit pretty well, dealing another a good scratch. But he's keeping on his feet. He's not letting it get to him too bad, and he fights back, hitting rather well yet again, and actually dealing a good chunk of damage against her. And at this point, her form starts to change a little bit.
Her fighting form or her physical form?
Her physical form.
Oh, shit.
You can tell the audience is actually getting kind of into the, oh god, she's getting serious. And
It'd be hilarious if the Bandit King actually won.
Two vestigial skeletal wings emerged from her back.
Holy shit.
No.
Knowledge religion.
No.
Knowledge planes?
Yes.
Oh, that's the one I didn't take. But let's
Well,
see.
knowledge religion would, for a paladin, would include evil outsiders.
Would it?
Yeah, that's the paladin's whole thing. They're good against undead and evil outsiders.
I wasn't sure knowledge religion would be under that purview. But Pennington definitely knows what it is.
Fair enough.
Nuria apparently knows what it is too. Go ahead and roll too.
I don't know what it is, but it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
This is Benedictus turns Ursa.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Shit is bad.
Okay. Skills. There we go.
Yeah. I will say you don't quite know what it is, actually.
Fair enough.
But the other two of you, it's a dream eater.
Oh, no.
Shit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, dream
Eater, I believe you can terrorize the night.
I was going to go with sweet dreams are made of thieves.
That works too. The natural form of dream eaters is mostly human in appearance, although they have vestigial skeletal wings with a few feathers, small horns, sharp teeth, and cloven hooves in place of feet. Although right now she's just showing the wings. However, they are usually met as attractive members of a humanoid race. Dream eaters are dedicated to the sins of lust, gluttony, and greed, and they make their lairs in places where they can ply their trade, such as places where gambling, food, and other pleasures are readily available. Sometimes dream eaters work together to create such a place, especially near large towns or cities where they can attract a large clientele. A few might even band together to create traveling shows, offering all their usual fare in addition to the curiosity and fantasy customary to a traveling show. It goes on like that. You know that you would probably guess, well, not guess, but you know that as spell-like abilities, they can change their shape to look like a humanoid, and they can also use command and suggestion.
Okay.
They also have various resistances to cold, electricity, and fire. They have a spell resistance, are immune to poison, and they have a damage reduction 5/good.
Oh, hell yes.
They're immune to poison or resistant?
Immune.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, that's what he's up against. Although I don't think he knows that. So, yeah, anyway. At that point, wait just a second.
Oh, puppy. Puppy.
Oh,
Getting little puppy kisses. Aww.
All right. So
Okay.
Evil Outsiders. That's my jam.
All right. Booty Deathbringer looks at Bandit King again. Cast another spell. And basically looks at the Bandit King and says, "Why don't you step outside of the ring?" And he looks at her and is like, "Yeah, all right." Boom. As soon as she does, like, wait a minute. Wait, doesn't that mean why did I do it? I feel, didn't I just, does that mean I forfeit? It's fucking lame. That's so boring. And then as soon as while he's like distracted about this and sort of ranting about this, she basically goes up to him and is like, actually, that's in any other match. This is a death match. And it just shoves the rapier through his chest.
And Nuria cheers.
Really, you should have read the rule book. So now he's dead.
Nuria cheers.
Like,
What a silly name.
the announcer basically goes back and is like, well, that was a short match, but a thrilling one nevertheless. Booty Deathbringer continues to be our undefeated champion, and you'll come back next week to see her fight again, another newcomer. This one, the mysterious and talented Skullwrath Warrior. And the crowd's sort of like, oh, I heard about her. She sounds like fun. I heard her eyes go red when she gets serious. So yeah, the halfling assistant drags the Bandit King off into some dumpster somewhere, while Booty Deathbringer goes back into her dressing room.
Dumpster. Where the trash goes.
Yep. So Marketer isn't going to bother you guys anymore.
Yay!
Yay!
And now you learn something about Booty Deathbringer.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nuria's gonna leave her basket of pastries, the ones that she has left, in front of Booty's dressing room.
Well, all right. See how that goes.
Yep.
The rest of the people who also took your baked goods are tripping balls. They're stumbling over each other as they leave the arena. But yeah.
But pleasantly.
Pleasantly, yeah. They all look to be in a good mood.
Well, the intoxicants, it's just a few alcoholic drinks.
Yeah,
Not
it's
like,
not like they're drunk. They're just
Yeah.
lag buds.
yeah.
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good. So,
They're going to be tripping balls when
Yeah.
Ursa's there, though.
all right. So you guys learned a lot. Congratulations.
So, I assume we all get back to the base without any further event.
That would be a fair assumption.
So that
Dodeka
lady-
totally grabs Nuria and pulls her aside, and it's like, oh my god, he said yes, oh my god.
Nuria's like, she kind of snaps out. She's like, what happened? Oh, right. Yeah. Good job. When you guys gonna go out?
In 3 weeks, apparently he's really busy.
That's fine. Distance makes the heart grow hornier.
I don't think that's how that expression goes, Tommy says.
Nuria's like, what? I thought. Never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are all back in the common area.
Ursa is like, that was completely crazy. Like, she totally had wings. Like, what is she? Is she like a baby lich or something?
No, not at all. He's a dream eater.
Yes, very nasty creature.
I wouldn't say nasty.
Very, very evil,
That is
though.
like a
That
dreamy.
sort of is a benefit to us.
You see,
Dodeka's like, I
Benedictus
can't wait
has
to
this.
see her in the flesh. Like, that's gotta be really interesting. I'm sorry, I'm getting off.
You see, Benedictus has this sinister grin on his face. He
You
says,
go right there. Benedict.
Benedictus?
"There's not a lot I know how to do, but smiting demons and undead is one of those things. Ursa, don't you worry. You have the righteous wrath of Palor on your side."
Good? Okay, sure. I mean, cool.
I have some awesome spells for this.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Well, Dodeka's just like,
also,
this-
I was going to say,
Go first.
no, you can. I was just gonna say that also bad news, invisibility is apparently a no-no. My spell clicked off as soon as I entered, so there must be some sort of prohibition in the arenas.
Well, looks like you're going to have to learn disguise self.
I did have it. I just like to talk about unknowingly. I would prefer, but oh well.
She totally doesn't say anything to Pennington about the fact.
Ursa, are you concerned about why he's interested in skulking about it?
Why?
Oh.
Yeah. Why did you try to be invisible at the beginning? I mean, I know you're like a creeper. But like,
Actually, the reason is simply because
It's simply because he is a creeper. Don't worry about it.
well, part of it too.
I was going to say that I was practicing my magic spells, but certainly, if you wish to insult me, go ahead.
I mean it in a good way. You're like, you creep around and
You creep up on the bad guys.
you creep up on the bad guys.
Creeping on the bad guys.
But Pennington, you will always be crossbow guy to me.
Oh, I think.
Crossbow guy.
All right.
I'm not sure if I should take that as a insult or compliment. I'll take it as a compliment.
Good choice.
I think it is a compliment coming from Ursa, yes.
All right.
I mean, he doesn't see you as a creeper.
So, what are you guys' plan now that you know this?
First, get Ursa out of the room.
No, I think we can discuss what we're going to do to help Ursa against.
Yeah, because it's just talking about fighting the thing. You don't need
Exactly. So I think Dodeka's gonna be like, well, by this point, Pat, will I have gotten the cloak done?
What's it actually called?
Cloak of Resistance +2.
It's
It's
I think I
2,000
decided that would take a full week. Yeah.
full week. Okay, so she's not done with that. All right, so Dodeka goes, well, the Cloak of Resistance is going to be done by the end of the week, so right before the fight she'll have it. I can also cast Haste, which will give you a good keen edge. And I believe from there, Benedictus, you have some tricks up your sleeve.
Benedictus just cracks his knuckles and says, yes. I can cast on her Protection from Evil, which will give her +2 AC and +2 on saves against her spells, plus rerolls against mind-affecting spells. And I can give her Weapons Against Evil, which causes her blade to glow with a pale light and also bypass DR 5 or lower for evil creatures.
Okay. Dodeka, I just looked it up real quick. It's 32 hours.
32
Work.
hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Sorry. Continue. So yeah. Could you actually write out all of those things that you want to do for her in the chat, just so we can keep track of it?
Okay.
Yeah, you had a lot there.
Ursa's just kind of basking in the idea that she's going to be just decked out in spells and shit. Just like, oh, I'm going to fucking murder. Aren't you also going to be using your weapon that can break other weapons?
Only if you have improved Thunder Feet.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the description for, or what is it? Protection from Evil.
Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, you don't actually have to paste the thing. Just tell me what things you're actually using.
I'm sorry. I'm casting the spell Protection from Evil and the spell Weapons Against Evil. Each one should last her a grand total of, Protection from Evil will last 5 minutes. Weapons Against Evil will last 5 rounds.
Okay. Let me look up Weapons Against Evil real quick. And you'll have the Cloak of Resistance, which will give you +2 to saving throws.
I believe that's, well, it's a magical item. What am I talking about? Never mind.
Okay.
I'm being silly.
Also, if worst comes to worst, Ursa can just turn into an eagle and fly away.
Oh, you took the eagle cloak!
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
right. So basically, yeah. So the weapon will allow her to ignore the DR of the Voodoo Deathbringer for the first 5 rounds.
Sorry, what was that?
So the weapons against evil will allow her to ignore Voodoo Deathbringer's DR for 5 rounds.
Yes.
Then that's awesome.
And also her sword glows.
Yee. Sorry. Okay.
Hey, don't count out the drama of this arena fighting.
This is true. What about the blistering invective?
Yep, I'm writing down one. Now the enshrouded thoughts should help her, like, avoid suggestion and command, right?
Yes, it'll give her a saving throw against that stuff.
So she'll get her blistering invective and enshrouded thoughts, because even though the Dream Eater has resistance against fire, she's not immune to it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Is she weak to anything? Did you say she's weak to cold?
No.
No.
She
She just has resistance against cold, electricity, and fire.
Which are all elements that
But she's
Nuria
not
has, but-
weak to anything?
Actually, it just occurred to me. Blistering invective does 1d10 fire damage. Her resistance to fire is 10.
so it won't do anything.
It won't do anything.
Sucks.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
But
okay.
at least the crowd will get to see her catch on fire.
You should probably save it for an opponent who actually can be hurt by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also there's only so many infusions that Nuria can make per day.
Mm-hmm. And that one is a more expensive one.
Yeah.
So
But she gets enshrouded thoughts, so you should be able to avoid suggestion and command.
Yeah, it would. A mind controlled barbarian is like the worst thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it works for like an hour. So
Mm-hmm. All right. Does anyone want to roll knowledge arcana?
Hey,
I
can do
will.
that.
So like you guys are like telling Ursa all of the weaknesses and all
Yeah.
the, like,
Okay. So you guys know that the way the command works is it can only issue one of 5 different commands: approach, drop, fall, flee, and halt. So those are all very simple ones, and most of the effects only last for 1 round. So in most of the cases, after that 1 round, they can, get back up essentially.
yeah.
As Mokadirk did, even though he was told to drop around, that just basically meant he spent his turn getting back up. Now, a suggestion is a little more open to interpret. It can be a wider variety of things, but it can't be anything blatantly harmful.
Okay.
Like, you can't order Ursa to stab herself, or
if she could order
Make
her to
yourself-
stand there while she.
yeah, she has to basically give a very clear suggestion to do something, and the more the less likely that Ursa would actually have a problem doing that thing, the more likely it is to succeed.
Okay.
So if it's like something like dance like a chicken, she probably wouldn't do that. But if it's just something as simple as walk out of the ring, I mean that's not an unreasonable request. So that
But
would have
enshrouded
more likely
thoughts
success.
should help her resist that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as you guys know, that's pretty much all the Dream Eaters got as far as that goes. They do have other things. One is Lotus Scent, which gives a Fortitude save, or the opponent is shaken for 2d6 rounds.
Well, cloak resistance should help anyway.
Yeah, and Waking Dreams basically send Ursa into a dream state. But you didn't actually see her do that, so you don't know exactly how that effect would be. And the last one is her caress, which is actually 1 negative level damage if she gets if she grapples Ursa.
Oh.
Alright, so don't get grappled.
Well, against all of the mind affecting stuff, she gets an extra reroll, so that's
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
So yeah, that's what you gotta work with here. Oh, and she has telepathy. I should have specified that. Well, you'll remember what his face, Big Yeti, was talking about.
Yeah.
How he thought that was how she communicated with him or told her to, let him live.
Although, actually, now that I think about it, would Dodeka and Pennington have filled me in on like the complete description of these things?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Because it would probably click then. Do we think the boss is also one of these, or just this is the hired muscle helping with some of
That's
the
actually
mind
been
manipulation?
in the back of Dodeka's mind, and when you vocalize it, she's like, the thoughts crossed my mind, but we can't be sure yet. It could be someone who summons demons, and she is actually a Sprawl.
I will say this: if she was summoned, you would have seen that from the detect magic spell, you would have been able to detect that she was summoned.
Yes.
Okay, so she definitely wasn't summoned. All right.
Plus, she'd be totally boned because
because protection from evil will basically prevent her from hurting Ursa at all.
Yeah.
Not all outsiders are summoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the Ifrit here tells us.
Yeah.
I tend to assume demons are summoned. It tends to happen a lot.
Casual racism.
She doesn't mean to be racist. She's just ignorant.
Nuria is just like, whatever, I'm used to it.
I'm used
She's
to
like,
it.
no, Nuria, I don't mean anything by it.
No, it's fine. Nuria laughs.
She gives Nuria a hug and begs for forgiveness.
Aww. Nuria's like, it's okay.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm not worldly. I don't know these things.
I am only forced to be worldly.
I'm a sheltered child. It's horrible.
Okay. We're unsheltering you bit by bit.
Yes, you are. I actually asked a human out on a date and he said yes. This would have never happened if I had never left home.
Yes. All right.
I mean, God, mother's going to be. Never mind.
Right. Well, shall we prep?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I'm just imagining a training montage with Danger Zone in the background.
Let me see if I can find it on SoundCloud. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, a paladin of Paylor checking in on the whole demon summoning angle probably wouldn't get terribly far. But I can actually ask around my connections in the church to see if there's any records of significant demonic presence in. Sorry, is it a demon or a devil?
She's just evil extraplanar outsider.
Yeah, she's not.
Okay, so yeah, I'd check on the whole evil outsider thing at the Temple of Paylor.
Okay. What specifically?
Basically, are there any reports of increased numbers in the city? Are there any reports of incidents occurring involving outsiders?
It's sort of be like, there's plenty of, worthless, moocher outsiders in the lower district, but that's nothing new. Casual racism.
Casual racism. It's everywhere.
And Benedictus is just kind of like, but it doesn't say anything.
Like, I don't think there's any, building clan of Dream Eaters, if that's what you're wondering.
But he didn't mention Dream Eaters. Oh!
Dun 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 dun.
He
dun.
jumps out a window. They're on to me.
But okay, so if there's no increased activity, that means they're just being covert, and the temple is dumb. So.
And the temple is dumb. Wait.
Or they're not telling you something.
I guess I'll roll a sense motive on him.
What has my brother done to the church? Sigh.
Buddy Jesus.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Pat's just doing that thing he does.
I have a question about the scent thingy of Dream Eaters.
The what
But
thing?
yeah, that's
Scent? Is it lotus scent?
Oh, lotus scent. What about it?
Is it the scent that she gives off?
Yes. She secretes an oily chemical that nearly every other creature finds intoxicating.
So let's say Nuria learns, negate aroma.
What's the description of that?
Let's see. With a gesture, this infusion allows you to dismiss even the foulest or most distinctive scents. When cast, the targeted creature or object loses all natural and unnatural odors. A creature under the effect of negate aroma cannot be tracked, located, or pinpointed by the scent special quality. In addition, this spell prevents the target creature from using the stench special ability and similar odor-based abilities.
Does it have a saving throw?
No.
No?
I don't
Wow.
think so.
Do you actually know this?
I don't, but I can learn it. I still have money.
What level is it? 1?
1.
Then yeah, I think you could.
Holy crap.
And it's range,
Alchemist,
close range,
man.
thrown 25 feet plus 5 feet for 2 levels, so anywhere in the ring.
All right. Yeah, if you want to spend the rest of that money researching negate aroma used during the battle.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
And the duration is an hour per level.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, it's a. No, it does have a saving throw. It's 40.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say, that'd be, wow, broken. Nice for us, but
It's still good, right?
If
it is
works.
still good, yeah.
That's the question, is if it'll work, but it might. And if it does, it'll completely knock out that ability. I mean, it won't hurt to try.
Yeah. Why not?
Exactly.
So,
Do it.
Now, does it cost 2,000 gold to learn a first level?
Let me double check that because I looked it up last time.
Because I thought it was 2,000 for second level.
I'm trying to find it
I
up.
know. I'm just curious.
I know you are because you're learning a spell.
Sort of. I'm learning a liquid spell.
Liquid spell.
Liquid spells.
Basically.
Dodeka's totally going to make you that cauldron of brewing at some point.
What does that do?
It gives her a bonus to her craft potions.
Ooh.
It's useful.
It costs 1,000 gold per level. Is it a level 2 spell or a level 1
Level
spell?
1 spell.
Then it's 1,000 gold.
Awesome, so I still have 1,000 gold afterwards.
Yay.
Yep, level 1 alchemist.
Beautiful. All right, then
So yeah, Nuria will.
roll spellcraft.
Nuria has to?
Yeah, to see if you successfully learn it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Is it spellcraft or alchemy?
Spellcraft or knowledge arcana.
Either or?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Come on, character sheet.
And this will take the rest of the week.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
Sorry.
Someone needs to roleplay something while I'm doing this.
Okay.
That's cool.
Does anyone want to roleplay? While you're doing this, like you said?
Sure. Pennington would be like, to Dodeka. I'd be like, so how are you doing?
It's like, I'm fine.
I apologize about earlier. I was a bit too brash.
She sighs. She's like, it's fine. It's just, you do realize that you don't necessarily have to lie to us, you know? Like,
It's a bit of a habit.
I'm getting
Not
that.
necessarily
Yes. So I'm sort of getting that, yes.
something I necessarily plan on.
But by the way, I do have a date with your brother.
Ah, where to?
Yes. The crypts. She just like,
He blinks for a moment and then he's like, I'm actually certain Yes, that is the type of place my brother would actually like to go.
She's like, it wasn't exactly the place I wanted to suggest, but he seemed interested in my family history, so that's where the conversation led.
Been into histories and all sorts of boring things.
Boring? I wouldn't say history is boring. I mean, I actually do need to do research into my family history. I'm trying to figure out that Ashtabalon thing, and the first step, you dual purpose date, I guess.
That was random. We had a random stop a second ago.
Sound
Sound just sort of cut out in the middle of your sentence.
Oh, essentially, Dodeka's just saying that, Pennington said that like he's always interested in history and boring stuff, and Dodeka was like, "That's not boring," and said that basically she also does want to. She's doing research into the whole Ashtabalon thing, and a part of that is getting all of your base information. So
all your base are below us.
Yeah, so basically getting your family history. The date's kind of dual purpose at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Killing two birds with one stone. Okay, you're gonna crush my laptop with this chair.
Not.
Yeah, you are.
Any information you could acquire would be useful. Yes.
Yes, well, I'm not sure how much information I can acquire, but I'm going to do my best. It bothers me what might have happened to my ancestor. It's a disturbing thought. And what does that mean for the rest of us? It's even more bothersome.
He likes. True. Like I said, any information would be useful, and he's an overall, I guess, okay, decent, if not insufferable human being.
Oh, you think he's insufferable? I think we'll get along just fine.
Oh.
She's joking, though. She's like trying to be funny.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I know you two don't exactly get along right now, but, well, I don't know. Perhaps I'm wishing my own family were close. And I suppose, in a sense, I hope that you two can mend whatever bond was broken.
The only thing that, if he ever mentions it, if you could ever say something to me, if he mentions anything about the whereabouts of my father, I am very much curious. He told me he doesn't know where he went, but somehow I'm not quite believing him much.
I don't know how I'll go about asking that, but if it comes up, I will make sure to inquire.
Thank you. Speaking of which, Pat, I sent you an email asking you how much it would cost to rent someone out to actually private investigate to find where his father went.
Oh, did you ask that? Sorry. If you want, we can roleplay that.
Sure.
All right. There's a number of investigators in the middle and lower district. Hard-boiled, private eyes, gumshoes, if you will. Interested in taking on the case for whatever reason. There's one you hear about. I'll probably think of a name and personality for him later. But maybe you'd set up an appointment for after the next match. Talk with them.
Sounds good.
That way I can have time to prepare a character. Because I don't know. It sounds like fun to make a detective type character.
Yeah.
It's always fun to make a detective character. They're like the best.
It was dark.
It was tough.
Very dark. Dark like my soul.
The day when I knew it is, she was very drunk.
Trouble, the kind of trouble you want. I don't know.
Memories rattling around my head like ice cubes rattling around the
All right.
Perfect.
Now, I did want to point out one thing real quick. Protection from evil. Part of it includes a +2 resistance bonus. That does not stack with the resistance bonus gained by the Cloak of Resistance.
Wait,
Just
what doesn't stack?
The protection from evil spell gives a +2 resistance bonus. It doesn't stack with the resistance bonus given by the Cloak of Resistance. Because resistance bonuses don't stack. Sorry.
Oh, well.
That makes
I just
sense.
looked this up.
It's still a good thing to have around.
Yeah, and I mean, it still gives
Cloak
her
of
the
Resistance essentially makes it so that spells don't have to be cast all the time.
and I was just saying, like, if you're, so you know, and yeah, the +2 deflection AC should be helpful, and yeah, and that gives additional. So, like, in order for her to be affected by mind-affecting spells or spell-like abilities from Booty Deathbringer, she basically has to fail like 3 or 4 rolls in a row. So
Awesome.
I think she's pretty well mentally guarded right
Yes.
Yes.
now.
And
Awesome.
once Nuria finishes the negate aroma, she'll negate one of the Dream Eater's abilities.
Yeah, I actually looked into this.
Only this bit.
I actually think it looks like it would take you a full week to do it, and unfortunately, you don't have a full week. And I don't think you would have started researching this until you found out that the character
Yeah,
had
but
that aroma-based
it's
power.
just level 1.
I know, but it says that it takes a week per 1,000 gold. Sorry, that's the rules, and yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't expect her to be using this ability.
There's also the fact that how useful will this be outside of this match?
Yeah, that's
I
another
don't
thing.
know.
It's also something to keep in mind.
And I mean, she does have spell resistance, which makes it even harder for lower level spells to work on her.
Yes. All right.
It would be.
Nuria is sad that she can't finish it before the match.
That's all right.
So she's back up to 2,000 gold because
All right.
she's not going to spend that money.
Gotcha.
That's probably a good call.
Okay. So, but yeah, still gonna do the enshroud thoughts thing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And yeah, good times. It's just made with a +2 morale bonus. Okay, cool.
All right.
I think we're ready.
I think you guys are
Yeah.
ready.
I think we're ready.
Yes.
Anything else want to happen before we do this?
Nope, I think
I think we're ready.
I think we're ready.
Okay, Ursa, and who's going to be acting as Josiah?
Josiah can act as Josiah. I'll just go in as generic person again.
Okay, so Benedictus is going to be Josiah.
Okay.
All right, you're in the dressing room with her.
All right. Actually, yeah, that's best because that way I can get the spells onto her covertly. Because I'm the only one that needs to be physically there to cast spells, right?
I need to physically be there to cast haste on her,
Right.
but I'm also in disguise. I guess. Well, I'm on the cart with Nuria, so if we go near to the stage where she would go on, I can quickly cast it on her before she goes in.
Yeah, since Dodeka's going to be walking around, like, also selling pastries.
Dodeka, what are you wearing?
I have put on, well, not put on. I cast disguise self. I've disguised myself as ordinary a human as I can think of. Like, I have brown hair, and yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, you don't look like an Narcissima. That's what matters most.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely does not look like a Narcissima.
Okay.
She's even she's like, no, I'm gonna be human because that way no one will definitely think that I'm elf. Or a Narcissima, for that matter.
Very good.
You're
All right.
aware of all the spells being put on her, right?
Yes. Okay. Just making sure. I was sure you guys were, like, covertly. Oh, no. The
No.
only thing that's covert is the fact that we know that there's, like, a boss guy.
Okay.
No, you know everything to do with the fight you're aware of.
Okay, good.
All right, you want to do the announcer thing again?
Sure. Hold on. I just deduct, because I give everyone who needs enshroud thoughts.
Who is that?
That's
So-
everyone except Ursa.
So it's 4?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 4
But I
times.
think we're also casting it on me because it would help with.
Oh, I am. So actually, one person can't have it because I don't have enough.
Okay, so who isn't going to get it?
This is the problem.
Nuria will be like, I'm fine.
Okay,
Alright.
Nuria will give it
Boink.
to everyone else.
That's a pretty big
you have one spell.
Focus really hard on selling cookies.
A spiced crolines, actually. Oh, know what she'll do? Nuria's gonna eat one of them, so she's slightly intoxicated.
Oh, so that her thoughts are
Yeah.
Leveled.
So she's like, who wants one of my great crowlings?
all right. We'll see how that goes.
Exactly in that voice.
Yeah.
Now, that's an awesome idea, but doesn't mechanically in D&D drinking alcohol reduce your will save?
Well, it does, but I mean, it's less like if someone was reading her surface thoughts would probably be less dwelling on important things.
Exactly. It's about surface thoughts, and her thoughts are like, yeah, go Ursa, fight, selling pastries. Like,
Sounds good.
yeah,
Makes sense.
She's
to me.
not actively casting on anyone, so that
Yeah.
makes no sense.
yeah.
So yeah,
So Nuria is slightly tipsy while selling her pastries.
yeah. So the halfling dude from earlier comes in and it's sort of like, you guys are on at 5.
All right.
Question: the infusion? You need the infusions, right? Do I need to drink them now, or do I drink
Drink them right before you go on stage.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And she just
yeah.
gave you one.
Ursa's like pumped up and like punching her fists and being like, "Gonna take down this."
I kind of just tell
She's
Ursa,
like,
I think you got this.
I so got this. I have the best friends in the world who are all spellcasters.
Yeah.
You know,
Just be
I've
careful.
never-
She's probably got some tricks up her sleeve. Don't let your guard down.
Oh,
But
I know. No, I never cared about magic up in the mountains. There weren't really any magic users up there. But now I'm realizing magic is pretty great. You spellcaster types are pretty great.
Aw.
I do my best.
Yeah.
We're awesome.
Awesome.
All right.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay,
Everything's
great.
awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
The team.
Okay. Go ahead and do the announcer thing.
Okay, well, who's coming up first?
Booty.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Ladies, gentlemen, and those of no particular faction,
Faction. It's all right. Just keep going.
I'm going with it. We bring you tonight the undefeated champion, the bringer of doom, against the newcomer from a distant land.
Booty Deathbringer looks over you real quick and just sort of like,
Hi. I'm gonna crush you.
and she's like, "You're gonna try."
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the boss finds interesting in you.
Ooh, what? What? Boss? What?
It's like, oh, you poor naive sap. Well, I guess we know you're not a. I guess we know you're not a plant at least.
Well, more of a mountain.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Pat, I forgot to mention, I'm totally placing 100 gold on the fight.
Okay.
Oh, Nuria is too.
All right. The odds are really, really like in your. If Ursa wins this, you're pretty much like
Pennington would also put
the odds are 10-1.
After
Pennington
seeing
put
the
200 gold down.
After seeing the
Put your
odds,
bets in the chat. Put your bets in the chat.
I'm going
Okay.
to laugh my ass off if Ursa straight up dies, like actually dies. Like there's no bullshit way that we can get out of her dead. And then oh my god, I'm seriously.
Why is Ursa walking down? She hasn't been called yet.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
Ursa's in the hallway while they're talking about Booty Deathbringer.
Wait, who? Me?
Yeah, you guys started walking down the hallway for some reason.
No,
I
I
was
was following
confused.
Ursa.
I just moved my. I
She's
moved
waiting
my
to be
character out here
called.
because I can't see anything in me. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, because I was inside a wall. Never mind. All right, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So continue the Booty Deathbringer speech.
Okay.
Ooh.
And just as we witnessed the Bandit King's dethroning, we will wonder if the honor of the warrior will be stripped tonight. And as before, tonight's match, no hold bars to the death or mercy.
Ooh.
So introducing everyone's favorite booty,
Ooh, yeah.
everyone's favorite femme fatale, Booty Deathbringer!
Bring me your death, booty Deathbringer.
Oh my god. Oh my
Again,
god.
she saunters down, playing the crowd.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is gonna kill some people?
All right.
This guy.
And the newcomer with the eyes of rage from deep in the cold north, the Skullwrath Warrior.
All right.
The audience is
Now,
gonna be like,
as-
hey!
Now,
I
as Ursa comes out,
Sorry, I need to emphasize. I would cast my spells on her before I was in view of
Right.
her.
Of course.
Sorry, go ahead, Amanda. Cast your stuff.
as Ursa comes down, Dodeka pretends to kind of be a fan and comes over and is just like, I just have to shake your hand, Skullwrath Warrior. You're absolutely an inspiration, and I hope you defeat this. I hope you defeat Booty Deathbringer with great haste. And cast.
Yeah, thank you, my fan.
Not so subtle casting.
Nuria's just like, woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna do fighting.
7 things to
Okay. What did you cast? What did you cast on her exactly?
Haste.
Haste.
Okay. It's counterspelled.
Aww. She kind of whispers at her, so she goes, "Well, someone just counterspelled me, so that's it. Sorry. Good luck."
Is the other spell scatter called?
No.
Okay. Just haste.
Just haste.
Okay.
Apparently, somebody noticed.
Well. Oh well. Concessions. Anyone want any concessions? I'm gonna walk all over people.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Skullwrath.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
Warrior.
I was curious. I was wondering if I could make things worse, but no, we're good.
I mean, we could always make it that she's just a fan who wants to up the odds and win some
I mean,
money.
I did bet on her,
Yeah.
so
People
I might have
I
been
know.
trying to up the ante.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just it's fun. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ursa's just playing to the crowd. She's like looking at everyone, just raising her hand. She's being like, "Yeah, the Skullwrath Warrior has entered the building. The Skullwrath Warrior will be leaving the building soon." Alone.
a couple people in the audience were like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." Oh,
The Skullwrath Warrior will be bringing death to death herself.
Booty Deathbringer is like, "Well, I don't know about that, but I got this booty." And the audience is just sort of like, "Yeah, booty."
The Skullwrath Warrior needs no booty. Kind of glances over her shoulder. Trying to. I don't know if I have one.
Ref steps aside and is like, "All right, again, to the death. Begin! Ding ding. Initiative, please. Don't move around."
Okay. It was right here. Roll
I'm
initiative. Roll initiative.
Oh my
Oh,
crap.
God. You get a surprise round, motherfucker.
Yeah! Didn't even need haste for that.
Apparently not. Wow, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, before the match began, I forgot Pennington he casted magic just in case, just to keep abreast of what spells are going.
Okay. It looks very similar to last time.
Yep.
Okay. Ursa, you get 2 turns before it's her turn.
All right. So
I imagine Dodeka would be doing the same thing, just out of curiosity more than anything. But anyway.
move action.
Dodeka, are you going to sit down?
Oh, she was giving concessions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You probably get out of the direct aisle, though.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna get crushed.
Like, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna sit
you
here.
need to
You
stay in
blood
the
splattered.
I'm gonna sit in the pink section.
Okay. All right.
So I just like run at her, like roaring, and I'm gonna roll an intimidate check. Just for shits and giggles.
Okay, go for it.
Shits and giggles. Bring me the thing that I need. The thing that I need. Do-do-do-do-do.
That was good.
That's pretty good.
Ah!
I assume you're using it to demoralize?
Yeah. The Skullwrath Warrior will eat your eyes!
Yeah, she looks intimidated. That means she's shaken.
Not stirred.
She's shaken for 2 rounds. So, good job.
Good. So I'm gonna what did we say that I was rolling to punch people in the face?
Hold on. Just making her shaken real quick. What is it? Punch in the face?
Yeah. Use greatsword or
Yeah, you can use greatsword.
for punch in the face?
I'm confused. What do you mean punch in the face?
Literally punching her in the face.
Why are you punching her when you could
should
be hitting her
try
with a
to kill
sword?
her.
Oh yeah, she's trying to kill her, huh?
Yeah, hit her with the sword.
Yeah, hit her with
Plus,
the
the sword is enchanted
Use
to
the
get
sword
past.
as a sword.
Yeah, the sword is currently enchanted to get faster damage reduction, so probably a good idea. Fail.
Oh.
I get another round, right?
Yes, you can use a full attack this
And
time.
now I do that. I do my
Nice.
full attack.
Hi, baby. Hi.
Oh.
Aww.
Come on.
You always get stabbed.
Ooh.
Ooh.
One was almost a critical hit, but it didn't confirm.
Oh,
But still,
Dude.
A what?
6 damage. Hang on a second.
Yeah, that looks low.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it looks like it would be taking into. I thought I disabled their damage reduction. Hang on.
Hey, thank you, Becky. I'm sure my hand.
I mean, it's possible she just actually rolled that low.
I thought her strength mod was that high.
You're probably right. I might still be using her damage reduction. So I'll add on another 20 damage because it shouldn't be using that. Once I confirm that her weapon is not this. You're using the greatsword, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2d6 with 2d6 plus 3. Yeah, there's no way it could be as low as a 2. So that definitely is still using the damage reduction, even though it shouldn't. So I'll add on another 10 damage.
Cool.
And yeah, so she's he gets some pretty good hits off. She's like, I can see I've underestimated you, brandishing her rapier.
Ah!
And,
You're my great sword will shatter your tiny little dagger.
like speed sometimes outwits strength. You lumbering oaf. Not in this case, however.
Sometimes.
All right. So since that was a surprise round, I'm counting that as 1 round in terms of your ignoring damage reduction.
Okay.
So it is now your turn again.
Okay.
Oh, and she maneuvers slightly left.
Because it's for 5 rounds, right? That she gets to do more damage.
Correct.
I say, you are but a tiny dancing breeze against the mountains of Skullwrath.
A couple people are like, yeah.
And I can full attack since she's right there, right?
Yeah.
So like threat range.
Mhm.
Sweet baby Jane. Maybe I'll click on.
Ooh, confirmed critical. Okay, it's not sure why it did that, but I'll add on another 10 since it was a critical hit. Actually, wait.
That's low even for a critical.
Hold on, let me think about that. So if it was 6, that means it would have been. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe you
let me
should,
double check that because it should be disabled right now. Yeah, her damage reduction is off. I'm not sure why it's happening, but whatever.
I would like to win this semi-honestly, so
What do you mean?
is there a way to like fix the
What? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
Right, is there a way to, like, instead of you being like, oh, I'll just add on 10 damage, then...
Well, no, I mean, like, it shouldn't be accounting for, it shouldn't be giving her damage reduction.
Are you doing the actual what it should be?
What?
You're not just arbitrarily adding 10. It should be
No,
16,
it should
right?
be, yeah, I mean, when a critical hit, it would take her damage and double it, and if it's subtracting 5 from the original total, then it would be 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're doing the actual calculation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay,
that's what Caroline's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the plus 10 earlier was you hit with 2 attacks, and it would have been 5.
Yeah,
for each,
exactly.
So everything's
That's-
cool.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
It's not arbitrarily adding 10. It should be 16, not 6.
Okay. So, she,
Did you add the damage?
yeah, I just did.
Okay.
So, her turn, she steps back.
Out of the ring?
No, just out of initial damage, out of your range initially, and attempts to cast a spell. Let's see if it works.
Oh, dear God.
All right. So first off, we got your initial will save. Okay, that's not good enough. But you get another one because of the protection from evil. That's not good enough.
Oh no.
Oh, crap.
But you get another one from the Enshroud Thoughts. Let me see how good that one is, though.
Come on, dice. God damn it.
See, I'm a... Barbarians don't really have...
Your cast level 6, so it's a DC 17. Let me roll her cast level for this. Who did Deathbringer's cast level? All right, she fails that. So the Enshroud Thoughts protects you from her suggestion.
Yay!
Liquid magic.
She's just sort of like, you have mental protection? You?
Your beauty mind tricks are nothing to me. I am stronger than anything you can throw at me.
She looks very worried. All right.
My
your turn.
God, she's got no mind to protect.
No, you're reading her mind. There's just nothing there.
Bam, bam, and
Okay, you just moved out of that range when you did that.
what?
If you make one step forward, then you're within her threat range, and if you move again, you're moving out of a threatened square, which would give her an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. All right. Great soul.
Only one hit. All right, and it hits, and does 4 damage,
Which is
actually wrong, probably. Why does it keep doing that? This is really frustrating.
Why don't you just have Caroline roll the dice?
Just have Caroline roll the dice.
No, it's fine. It's just I have to keep taking that into account for some reason. Well, you have dice with you right now?
Yeah, they're in this box over here.
Then grab them.
Yep. Just tell me which dice to roll and how much to add.
You know, I heard instead of saying box, I heard you say fox, and it took me a minute to realize you were not reaching into a fox to get dice.
Just keep them inside living animals. What the fox say? D20.
Exactly.
Roll a d6. All right. 2d6, right?
Yeah, it's still detecting her DR for some reason.
Oh wait, no. D20. It's a. Yeah, it's a D20 for damage.
No, we already did it for this round. Just do it for the next one.
All right.
So it was actually 14.
No, it was actually 9.
Oh, okay. You do the math.
Nothing.
And I believe I already... Yeah, I already deducted it, so it's good. All right, so now it's her turn. She just goes straight for... actually, she's going to go with something a little more interesting. Because she's no longer shaken.
Is anybody else seeing a weirdly darkened circle?
Yes. I don't
Yeah,
know what
that's
that
the
is.
spotlight.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Now, protection from evil says it sees a second saving throw against spells that possess or exercise mental control. I'm not going to say that this counts because it's not really control. It's just a state of confusion. However, yeah, I don't think Enshroud Thought's really. Actually, I'd say this counts as mind affecting, so just let's make the caster level check. Let's see if this works. It does. Okay. So protection from evil didn't work. This didn't work. So you just have the one will save. Let's see if you succeed. You very do not.
Oh no!
You are. She looks at you, takes a finger, snaps the finger, and suddenly you're dreaming.
Oh.
What are you dreaming about?
Bears.
Ooh, let's give me a second. Let me think of something good.
Okay.
I am dreaming
Of a white Christmas.
of a white Christmas. I'm dreaming about the fight, but obviously it's like I'm dreaming that I'm in a fight and like the ring is like kind of dreamy weirdness warped and like stuff, and I'm fighting someone who looks essentially like her, and I'm like 10 feet tall, and like it's just thousands of faces around me, and like my friends are all there, like their faces are repeat, like 9,000 versions of my friends are there, and like I am like part bear, and
there's bears in the audience.
there are bears in the audience.
Actually,
and
funny thing, people in the audience also seem to be dreaming.
Really?
This is within a 20-foot radius of her. Wait, 5, 10,
Those seem the
15,
same
20.
one.
Dodeka.
Ah!
I'm going to have you roll a will save here.
Are they saying the same dream I am?
No.
No.
Okay, you succeed.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, you're not dreaming. But the person next to you is. And the referee is as well. Actually, no, he's an illusion. Never mind.
I was about to say, if the ref is, then we can get away with all sorts of shit.
No.
Oh no, black box.
Like a half of the audience is just like crazy. So, yeah.
So there are bears in the audience, and they are very specific bears. Like they are specific, like they're not like generic
Disappearing bears.
dream bears, like that you like. You're dreaming and there's a bear in it. And, these are like they've got like fur patterns, and one has like a notched ear, and like they're clearly bears that she knows personally. They're her bear family, and they are watching her and supporting her.
All right. Rolling your confusion. You attack the nearest creature this round, so that would happen to be Booty Deathbringer.
Yay!
I'm fighting a monster. I'm fighting a monster. Look at me, Mom. Oh, look at me, Mom. I'm fighting a monster.
And wow, good hit.
Whee.
And that would be 7. So.
Should I be rolling?
Oh, you didn't, so.
Ursa, what's your strength mod?
I have
3.
no idea. Let me check.
Well, actually, it's 2, but with her one-handed weapon, she's dealing 3.
Okay.
What? It's not a one-handed weapon.
No, I mean you're wielding it with I'm sorry, 2 hands. I meant to say. So you're doing 1.5 times your strength modifier.
Yeah.
So it's 3.
Okay.
And strength modifier is only 1.
No, it's 2. 1.5 times. So yeah, she's looking not so great, but she's hoping that with you confused, she'll have a slightly better chance.
Because I hurt herself in her confusion.
Yeah, that can actually happen. Yeah. So she just attacks Rapier again. She succeeds this time. Dealing 13 damage. So yeah, in your dream state, like
my dream does that thing that dreams do, like suddenly there's dark clouds, suddenly like the floor is kind of tipping and really slippery, and the monster is growing in size, and the bears are disappearing from the audience, and Ursa's like,
okay.
come on,
Knowledge Arcana, is there any way to snap her out of this by not actually going up there and touching her?
You could use a magic spell that I'm sure would be counterspelled.
Nah, she's got this.
Well, she doesn't have anything that can wake her up.
No, she's not. She's not really asleep. She's just in a state of waking dream.
Yeah, well, she doesn't have any spells that would be able to help anyway.
Nuria's just like, go Skullwrath Warrior.
Yeah, you just know that this is basically going to have to run its course.
And she gets to attack again, so that's good.
Yeah, you do get to attack again, so go for it.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
you keep rolling well on this confusion table. Ronald rolled really badly on this confusion
Yeah,
table when
which
he was
was
confused.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't you get a full attack?
Do I get full attack?
Did you not roll a full attack?
No, I didn't know I could.
Well then you should, but I'm actually going to give her those 4 hit points back if you're going to roll full attack.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Is that accurate, by the way? That 4?
No. All right, that should be 10 rather than 5, so I'll subtract another 5. All right, and she's not happy that her confusion doesn't seem to be doing its thing.
I'm gonna get you.
She's like, "What are you made of?"
I am the bear.
All right, I think that was the last round for your damage reduction loss as well.
Okay.
So she's got that back now.
So now the numbers will be accurate.
Now the numbers will be accurate. Although they should have been in the first place.
Growl, 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 machine.
I am the bear. Rawr.
Okay, so yeah, now it's her turn again. Is she going to try anything different? I think she's not going to try the... Actually... Yeah, I think she's going to try this because it's not really mind affecting, it's a scent. So, yeah, she's going to attempt to use her scent.
Damn it. I know, right?
Yeah.
You hearing this?
But Ursa's fortitude save prevents her from doing it.
Yes.
A bunch of people in the audience, however, not so lucky. Hold on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
What does
30. It makes it, they're shaken for 2d6 rounds. Dodeka is definitely affected by that.
Damn it.
Actually, would Ursa and Nuria at least be in my aura?
No, your aura is very small. It's only 15 foot radius.
Right. Sorry, for some reason I thought it was 30.
And I don't think your aura prevents them from fear anymore.
Right, my aura predicts against stupid shit we won't run into.
Right. Exactly.
Unless Benedictus and I decide to fight, which actually Eric and I were comparing notes on that.
All right, so Dodeka, you are shaken for 6 rounds.
Oh, damn.
All right, and now it is...
She's just going to sit in her chair and tremble.
Oh my god! You're the luckiest girl in the world.
Watch me, Mom.
Oh, God.
Go for it. Full attack.
I'm just imagining this guy being like, what is this shit?
He's over near me, too, though. Like, there's several guys just being like...
What is going on? What's wrong with you people? This is the coolest match I've ever seen. All right. So Booty actually manages to slip out of the way, not liking the way this battle is going. But she's not gonna. Given your size, and your resistance to mind fighting in the first place, she's not gonna attempt to grapple you, especially not on the stage. She's just gonna continue attacking. And apparently both miss. Really frazzled. She does step out of the way with 5 foot step out.
Okay, my turn? Or,
Yeah.
Well, you gotta roll me confusion.
Sorry,
first.
I meant to. I'm sorry. Oh, right, confusion table.
How long does confusion last?
For her 6 rounds.
Okay. Is it 1 per level?
No, it's
Oh
just the ability.
no!
Oh,
Babble
it
incoherently.
can last forever.
No, I couldn't.
I say, like, curse
Incoherently.
words in bear.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
She's like, well, it's about time. And she lunges forward again. And more rapier. Oh, successful this time. 4 damage? That's not great. Alright, this is the 4th round. Actually, no, this is the 5th round of your confusion. Act normally. I was like, oh shit.
Laser targeting system.
Rage!
Rage?
I can rage. Oh, son. Bitch. What did you do? Susan does us and makes it bigger. Oh, I don't turn into a bear anymore?
I
No,
do.
you just did.
Oh,
Yeah, you're a bear now.
I'm not a bear on my screen.
I don't know why.
Yeah, mine's been having some weird...
There you go.
Yeah, mine's been having some weird delays, so...
Well, your computer's slow, so.
Anyway, what's my claw attack?
Oh. Where's your claw attack? Is it not there?
On there.
Click away, click again.
There it is.
There.
Okay.
Claws.
Claws plural.
Yeah, you want claws plural.
Well, yeah. But, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I'm like, okay, so act normally, I am aware of what has happened to me. Like, I'm aware that she just sent me into a dream world, or like,
Yeah, pretty
am
much.
I still seeing the dream?
Yeah, for this round, you are no longer in. You're lucid right now.
Okay, so I'm like, honey, really? And then like, not like, you know what? Fuck you. I haven't gotten over my mother's death, so
The audience is like,
I dropped my sword.
that's a tragic backstory.
My sword, and I just go, claws, fuck you, and elemental.
Okay,
Let's put
this is looking good.
let's put this on.
And the elemental?
And the elemental. Let's do cold.
No.
No.
We told you she's resistant.
Okay.
Sonic or acid? Or
Yeah.
Let's do
Not acid, Sonic.
Sonic. Shrieking claws of roaring bears.
So are you roaring while you do this?
I am roaring and my claws are vibrating.
Oh man,
Oh,
I forgot. It doesn't surpass her damage reduction.
Oh.
that's still awesome.
Yeah, but she's at 1 subdual damage. She only has 2 health left, so she's really close to getting knocked out. Now it's her turn.
Roar.
She's like, I will not be defeated by bear. And her form basically returns to her, like, non-human form. She looks like a full-on Dream Eater at this point. And, yeah, rapier. Oh, man, she's fucked. All right.
Didn't I have like 48 HP left? Oh, I get more HP when I was there.
Yep.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I
I will
finally
not
got
be
around to
defeated
programming
by
that
a
in.
bear.
So
I don't have my sword. I dropped it. Like,
yeah.
You just have claws.
I just have claws, so I'm like,
Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, you're still confused.
This
Oh,
is your
yeah.
last round of confusion. You have to do a claw attack on yourself.
okay,
Oh no! Oh no!
okay.
Do it. Just a claw attack, not both. Just one.
oops.
I'll remove the latter one. Okay.
Okay.
Stop hitting yourself.
I can say that you decided to wake yourself up by clawing yourself in the face as you feel the dream coming back. And I'll give you back your 9 health here. And that was your turn. Booty Deathbringer was like, "Why won't you die?"
Because a warrior never dies.
And she misses
And
and hits once.
This is-
All right,
confusion off, right?
confusion is off now.
And I just because this final attack is pretty much gonna kill her.
Probably, unless you miss.
Oh, that's true. So I am just going for the throat at this point. Boom, boom.
Oh
Oh
God,
God.
she's unconscious.
Are
She
you gonna
drops.
coup de grace her?
And the audience. Let me see how the audience feels about this.
Yeah.
And I stand up and I'm like,
Okay, you're still raging.
I was about to say the audience is fucking out of it.
Yeah, the audience is
Some of
like,
them.
dream state, horror.
Yeah, the audience is very mixed about it. Some of them are saying finish her, and others are saying booty, booty.
okay,
And one person is like, make out.
It's that guy that Eric pointed out. He's like, why aren't they making out?
It's like, come on. What kind of underground makeup club is this? These people are just beating on each other. I mean, I guess that's some people's thing.
no. This is wrong. Meat locker.
All right, so
Alright, so I'm still raging, but I basically just kind of circle her form, and I'm just kind of mugging for the audience, ah.
you had a really good will save, so I'd say you're lucid enough to decide whether or not you actually want to do something.
Okay, so and she goes, she puts a foot on her chest, looks down, and has her claws up, and then says, "The Skullwrath Warrior is too honorable to kill a defeated, pathetic, tiny creature such as this. She is like the tiny squirrel of the mountains." And I take my foot off and I step back and I rage off.
All right, and then the referee goes online.
Hey, Twitch.
The referee goes up and it's just sort of like, and I announce our new undefeated champion of the I guess this would be welterweight or something. I don't know. League. Ursa, not Ursa. The Skullwrath Warrior.
Cheers!
The halfling dude comes out and is like, Mistress, and he heals her a bit up so that she's conscious. And she looks at you and is just sort of like,
Hi.
I was wrong about you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
All right, so I assume you go back to place.
Yeah.
All right. When you go back to your room, Benedictus, do you go there?
Yes.
Okay. When you do, you actually are greeted by Booty Deathbringer, who enters the dressing room, sort of like,
Oh, hi.
mind if I have a word with you?
Sure.
Feel free.
Well, the thing is, it was this battle was kind of a test.
Okay.
Warriors of your strength don't usually come out of the lower district very often. The boss found it somewhat suspicious. So
Okay.
they wanted me to get a better feel for you. And, well, I think that, well, it seems you won't be controlled necessarily, which I can respect. I'm not much for being controlled myself. I think perhaps we could work together.
Like a tag team?
Deep sighs. Good Lord. I can't believe he actually thought you might be a spy.
I chime in. Ursa just loves a good fight. Or sorry. Sorry.
Was
the
I talking
Skullwrath.
to you?
The Skullwrath. Huh?
She says, I'm sorry, was I talking to you?
I stand back. I bow slightly and defer to her. I'm sorry. I would have said Skullwrath Warrior, not Ursa.
I'm not talking about the ring specifically. I'm talking about the business around it. This is a business. It's not just about fighting. I'm sure you realize that.
Of course.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page there. Now, occasionally, the boss, the one in charge of these fights, may need something done around the town. Usually something innocent. Sometimes somebody needs a little fear of God put into them, fear of the gods put into them. And maybe we could provide that service. And occasionally, you might be asked to throw a fight, or at least not kill somebody.
Well, I'm down with not killing people, but not really down with the whole throwing the fight thing or the whole.
It might not happen often, but every once in a while, it might make for a better narrative. Just consider it. We'll definitely make it worth your while if that were the case.
Who the hell is this boss guy? Does he have a name? Is it even a guy?
To be honest, I don't remember. He's very good at wiping memories.
Oh, that's.
He likes his privacy. In fact, I'm not actually sure it's a he.
Oh, that's fucked up.
A little bit, but he's good at organize. He's very well organized, and honestly, things have been better ever since he got involved.
Okay.
Rumor has it he's one of us
How do you mean?
from the lower districts.
Oh, yeah. I'm bored, right.
She sort of narrows
No,
eyes a
I
little
know.
bit, sort of like, okay.
Sure, right.
In any case, it's good to have you in the fold, and no hard feelings. You fought well.
Yeah, you did too, despite, trying to mind control me and making me see all my dead relatives and whatever. It's like, and you're evil, so you kind of can't help it. So
Well,
whatever.
evil gets a bad rap these days.
Yeah.
Benedictus has to roll a will save against disapproving glare.
People feel what?
Whenever I have like a sort of, it wasn't actually Meepo.
Okay.
It's just when I have a mysterious force heal somebody in the game, it's Meepo.
Oh, Meepo's so helpful.
Benedictus manages not to pull a face.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I guess evil gets a bad rap these days.
Well, I'm just saying.
Ever.
Just because I was raised with different values doesn't make me any less deserving. And she just goes off on this for a while.
Okay,
Twitch,
no,
twitch.
I get it.
Occasionally, I like to kill people. Is that so wrong? You
I'm
probably
not
like to kill
evil, I'm
people.
just sociopathic calamarian.
All right. So she's just sort of like, well, good luck in your next match.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get more good things from you in the future.
Okay, I'll keep an ear out.
But
Yeah.
just so you know, next if we end up fighting again, maybe I won't go so easy on you.
Oh, honey. Do you think that I'm going easy on you?
She walks out.
Evil people, right, Benedictus? I kind of turned to him and I'm like, so that was kind of weird. I think I just got invited into a mafia.
I think you did. And I get the general sense that you'd be ill-advised to turn it down.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, it seems like I don't have to make a decision right away. So I'll sit on that. I don't know.
I kind of move over to her and say, listen, I know you don't always know the most about this kind of social stuff, but considering she just tried to murder you, it'd probably be best to just play along for the time being, because I imagine she won't be, fighting alone in front of crowds of people the next time.
Good point. Okay, well, I guess whatever happens, happens. Right. So cute.
Don't worry. I know you'll do right, and I know we'll make this work.
Yeah. I fought really well today.
Yeah.
Your guys' spells were great. All those extra wheel saves that I don't know about because I'm not on the fourth wall. All that extra mojo.
All right. Guy comes in. He's like, "All right, that was great. That was real good stuff. Audience loves you. I think we're gonna keep rolling with this. I think your next match. Well, we're still working out the details. We're thinking we might put you up against maybe the Dancing Devil, or you love Alchemist. He's also new and he's also getting pretty popular. But we got a couple possibilities. We're still feeling them out. You still like we think the name Skullwrath Warrior is okay. People seem to be okay with it. We're still trying to think that there might be something punchier, but for now, we think it's working. So we might not need to change it at all. But if you come up with any other better ideas, we're happy to hear it. Happy to workshop it. Things are great. Here's your cut. And 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
And he looks over at Benedictus. Is like, we can meet up again sometime soon. We can work out the details for the next fight. Probably going to be in another week or so. So rest up, be in good condition, train up, give the guys another great fight. Although you got to keep in mind the rage thing won't work every time. You got to work on your routine. You got to do some good special stuff next time, maybe.
Okay.
All right, great. See you guys. He leaves.
Yeah, blistering infective. Eventually.
Maybe next time. So, yeah.
How much money did we make from the bet?
What did you? Let me see what
I
you
bet
guys bet
100
in.
gold.
Well, everything you got, add a 0 to it.
Awesome. Someone just made 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Should have bet more.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think Pennington bet 300.
500.
500, yeah. So he got 5,000.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys reconvene at the place, I assume.
Yep.
As in home.
Yes.
Earth
Yeah.
definitely wants a celebratory drink, pastry, and meal.
Drink pastry.
Yeah.
Dodeka does note to everyone how she got counterspelled when she tried to cast right before on stage. Just as a future reference, probably want to cast everything we got behind stage.
Sami's like, I'm guessing that somebody probably is keeping a very close eye on the arena for any. I mean, they did say that, like, and then she catches herself. She's sort of like, I mean, I've heard stories that people sometimes get assassinated during those things.
Yeah, people take gambling pretty seriously.
So silly. Anyway, well, maybe next time I can pose as, I don't know, an assistant or something. That might work. Anyway, celebratory stuff.
Celebratory stuff.
Guys, I totally won, even though she tried to mess with my head.
Does anyone want to ask about that, by the way?
Awesome.
Yeah, Dodeka would be like, so describe exactly how you were feeling then. Like,
That's how you make you feel.
how did you feel about that?
You know the bear.
So, like, you seem to be in some kind of state. Was it bringing back memories? Do you need a hug?
Oh, I'm okay.
She gives her a hug anyway.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Dodeka. I love you guys.
Yay!
Yay, friendship.
I'm gonna go get the wine.
Hell yeah.
Dun,
No, it's alright. Just,
dun, dun.
it's been a long time since I saw any of my bear family.
Oh.
Did I even tell you guys that I was literally raised by bears?
No, but I think it was implied.
Go into kitchen. Gonna get some.
So yeah, like basically, my birth family was killed on the road up to the Skullwrath Mountains when I was a baby, and I was, just a fucking baby, sitting there in the middle of the wilderness in the freezing cold, and these bears come on me, and they're like, "Oh, baby, maybe we should eat it," and they were like. And then Mama Bear was like, "No, I got cubs. She could be a cub. She's a cub now. She's my cub." And yeah, I spent basically my childhood with raised by bears and living with bears.
And
sleeping
another
on
mystery
bears.
is solved.
That would explain the love of bears.
Yeah. I have a real connection to bears.
What was your mother's
Anyway.
name? Sami asks.
What?
Sami asks, what was your mother's name?
Mama Bear. Mommy Bear.
Okay.
Did I ever give her a name?
No.
I don't think they.
It's probably
they
not pronounceable.
Yeah, they probably don't really use.
You just roar.
So wait,
Oh,
Ursa,
yeah.
could you understand these bears?
Sort of. I mean, animal language is not actual people language. It's more like.
Yeah, you guys don't even have to roll. This is very strange.
Yeah, that's why Dodeka is asking, because we already know she can read Druidic. Dodeka's just like, I swear, you must have Druid lineage in you or something. Like, usually this kind of things don't happen unless you're a Druid.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I don't know anything about my birth parents. I know they were spice traders, probably from somewhere down in this area. I mean, I don't look like anyone who lives up there. And they did when humans and the half-orcs who live nearby finally found me, and I was brought into civilization, and they eventually explained oh yeah, there was a spicer caravan and it went missing right around the time that you were a baby, and it's probably what your deal is. And
It's probably what your deal is.
I mean, I can't really relate to the whole bear part, but I totally get the not knowing your birth parents part. I wonder about that sometimes.
I have no idea who they were. They could they were spicers, so that's about it.
Sami just looks at it like, well, one of your parents is probably an Ifrit
Well,
or a
maybe.
Freedy, Just throwing that out there.
Thanks, Sami, because I didn't think of that already.
Dodeka just kind of gives her a look like, really? Sarcasm.
You said you didn't know anything about your birth parents. I'm just saying that one's pretty obvious.
Well, I've read a
Sami,
lot,
You're so
and
literal.
parents don't necessarily need to be Ifrit. There are Ifrit born to two human parents all the time. Lineages can trace back far. I know nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I guess
Mary
you know
is
more about our
really
heritage than I
touchy
do.
about this.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know that about myself.
But
Orphan bros.
What about your parents, Sami?
I also know nothing about them.
Hmm.
I was, raised on the streets, orphan. I don't remember anything about. No one raised me. I wasn't even really adopted. I just sort of raised myself.
Oh, we're all orphans here.
No, half of us have
Family.
half of us have dead parents. Half of us have jerk parents. Some of us have both.
Thanks for that. You do realize that I still actually care about my parents, right?
Yeah, but
Church
you
cards.
can care about
Pennington
someone and still
kinda.
acknowledge that they're shit.
I guess. Yeah, I have a few siblings I'm still not fond of.
What
Yeah.
did Pennington say?
Oh, Pennington just kind of, at the mention of parents and stuff like that, he just kind of wanders away, just kind of stealthily into the trophy room.
I'm gonna
Relatively
roll a
barren trophy
perception check.
You see him wander away. I mean, you don't even have to roll a deception check. It's right there.
Yeah.
He's right there,
Slinking along the wall.
slinking along the walls.
Yeah.
I mean, he opened a door, so it's kind of hard to not notice.
Nuria's
She's
like,
curious.
yeah. Nuria
Dodeka's
says,
gonna follow him.
Nuria says, I don't like to complain very much because, I mean, I may be a technical orphan, but I've never had a moment where I wasn't in a loving home.
Yeah, same.
Aw.
I had my bears, and then I had, pretty much all the people in the village, like, except for the ones who were hunting bears and tried to kill me. That was awkward. I had to kill a lot of people. But anyway, that's all in the past.
What?
And also sometimes in the present.
No, the indiscriminate killing of random people who may or may not be associated with bear trappers is in the past.
All right. Okay, did you guys tell Nuria that, or not Nuria, but Dodeka that Mokadirku's dead?
That Moko guy is dead, by the way.
We would have mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah.
She would have been like, "Oh, good. We don't
Actually,
have to chase
Nuria
after him then."
Yeah.
All right.
Once Nuria brought herself together, she'd been like, by the way, that jackass is dead as he should be.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Nuria, do you get a message on the little coin thingy?
Okay.
Basically saying, good work. Next match, love the Alchemist. Not to the death, but still challenging. Very promising newcomer. And that's the message.
Okay. Nuria will just send it. She got quick messages. Thanks. We'll talk details later.
All right. So, okay. Yeah. Unless you guys
Dodeka
want-
followed. Yeah, Dodeka followed Pennington into the trophy room, and she's like,
Oh,
"Go right there."
Yes, just browsing about the trophies.
The lack of.
We don't have any trophies, do we?
She
Yeah.
looks around and she goes, "Yes, they're fascinating."
Actually, no. There's one. There's one relatively cheap-looking one from when Ursa won the fighting tournament in the lower district.
Yeah.
That one.
But it actually
He's
looks like
not even trying to bluff here. He's just. Yeah.
the trophy actually looks like a football player. They just got like a generic one.
No, there's another trophy that Nuria had. It's a piece of the apple tree.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another trophy there.
Yeah,
Well, Dodeka just goes, "Well, just checking. You can talk to us if you feel like it. If you need to be alone, I understand that too. I just thought I'd check."
Well, it's just not a topic I feel particularly comfortable with. You all either have parents, have not parents. One of mine is dead, and presumably the other one blames me for it. So, and not that I could ever find him.
She's like, "Are you sure about
I will
that?
not be hunted. After all, I pissed off that god person.
Why don't you ask Novella to see if she can find him for you? She's a little fond of you, after all."
I could attempt, but every time I've asked November anything, it's sort of...
Cryptic.
Yes, it does not make any fucking sense at all.
Dodeka goes, "You have to be around her enough to really... Things start to make a little sense. It's still confusing. Never mind. Well, if there's anything we could do to help, well, you know where to find us."
Okay, fine.
next door.
Thank you.
Next door. Yeah.
Literally.
Okay. So, do you guys want to do anything else before we finish the session tonight?
Drink!
Great. It's celebration.
Oh yeah, okay. You guys can celebrate. Do you guys want to roleplay that?
Yeah.
All right. Where do you guys want to do that? In the common
Dining area.
Dining area. All right. Well,
Ursa will spend most of the time being very drunk and regaling them with tales of bears and her childhood, like the happy stuff, like the man. One time there was like a rabid bear, and the whole pack had to come together.
Okay, I probably need to like inform everyone else of, hey, Ursa's been recruited to the mafia.
Yeah, that might be.
But
oh
there's
right. Yeah,
really
you guys
good
probably should have a conversation.
Oh yeah. At this point,
Should Ursa be-
Dodeka.
Yeah, Ursa will be there for that. Or not.
Tell Ursa to get things ready at the dining room while they
Yeah,
discuss things.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Wee.
get out the liquor.
Wee.
Get out lots and lots of liquor.
Oh, don't worry about me and the liquor.
Okay. So
So
she's out of the room.
I tell everyone else. So, on a more serious note, we were confronted by Booty Deathbringer after the match in the prep room. She said that this fight was something of a test for both her skills and her true motivations, and she passed both with flying colors. Ursa, being guileless as she is, was not suspected of being a spy. She was offered an opportunity to get a greater slice of the profits if it meant occasionally throwing a match or letting someone live when otherwise she wouldn't. And more disturbing, she was offered some extracurricular work.
What kind of extracurricular work?
Generally, being an enforcer around town. Sorry, what was that?
Cheerleading.
Generally, being an enforcer for this group.
She's
There was
going to
an-
be a mafia hit woman. Are we going to have a bear mafia hit woman? What?
Hit woman would be a strong term for it, but
You actually don't really know.
maybe. I don't know. Regardless, we did get. She did also give an implication that whoever this boss is from the lower districts, and probably taking the opportunity to connect with those who can be easily exploited. Even our even Booty, who was offering the job, did not know the identity of the boss. She's had her memory wiped as well.
Oh, lovely. Yes. So, what's our plan of attack now? Does this shift anything?
Oh, we have an easy plan of attack. We wait for Ursa to get a one-on-one meeting with the boss. Points at bracelet. We party crash.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Oh my God. It's
very apt.
And she doesn't even have to know about it in order to do that.
Ursa's gonna be so confused.
All we need to know is,
That she's meeting him.
yeah, all we need to know is when she's in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
And if she keeps going like she is, that shouldn't be too far off in the future.
All right,
So,
so
shall we tell our associates about that?
In due time. I think tonight we deserve to celebrate Ursa's win.
Indeed, we've kept her waiting far long enough. Let's get
Yes.
boozed up.
Woo!
all right, to the dining
To the
room.
dining room.
Woo!
So, yep, you guys all go to the dining room, and it's good times. We're had by all.
I was moving myself.
So much fur.
Of course,
We're
now
all
you
in
move yourself.
Nuria's room.
Hey, I'm a private room.
some reason we're in Nuria's room.
Yep. And parties. Everyone gets drunk.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I challenge Sami to a drinking contest.
Sami wins.
Oh,
Fair enough.
no.
Actually, no. Actually, roll fortitude for it.
Ursa dances on the table.
Yeah, you lose.
Fail.
And you get wasted off the first drink. You
Oh.
pulled an Ursa.
I pulled an Ursa.
Nuria's like, let's go. Let's go. You pledge yourself. Let's go. Alright. So
Dodeka
fortitude-
probably spends some of her drinking
What?
time poking
Yeah, roll
Pennington
fortitude.
for information on his brother and what he likes.
I can just roll for you.
Pennington drunkenly says, "You know, when I was trapped in that illusion thingy, you all loved naked me. Every one of you."
I bet you. So
Maybe
wait,
you do. I've never seen you. I
Did she
saw
win?
you naked a little bit.
You
It
won.
was just a little bit.
against Sami.
She's like, I assure
What did
you.
say? Illusion Ursa, she said, the golden penis. That's what she said.
Dodeka is just
Every guy.
giggling. Like, she can't stop. She's like, oh my god.
It's like, then prove it.
No, no.
Oh God.
Hold on, let me see if you're drunk enough.
Am I drunk?
Face in hand.
No.
Nuria
Let me see
doesn't
if
have to
he's
be that-
drunk enough.
If he's, yes.
It's up to you.
Yeah, sure, why not? Pennington whips, starts stripping clothes.
And I think that's where we'll end for tonight.
With Benedictus just like,
Oh dear.
Hangovers are had.
Yes. And at the beginning of the next thing, Benedictus wakes up in Pennington's room. And, no, just kidding.
no.
No, Kayla's gonna have to keep dreaming.
Nuria.
Sorry, Nuria's gonna have to keep dreaming. Sorry, because it's totally not Kaylee who ships.
Definitely off
I've
it.
never been with a
Why can't it be both?
servant before.
It might be both, but Nuria.
I'm just saying. All right.
Saying.
Nuria shit.
Okay. Great job, everyone, today. Really fun. Yeah, maybe next week we'll actually finish this quest, or at least get close to the end of it. And yeah, fun.
Woo.
Hope you guys have been okay with a less combat-intensive quest.
Oh, that's fine.
It's been
Okay.
fun. There have been fun RP things.
Yes, as long as you guys are still enjoying yourselves, I'm happy to keep going in this direction. But if you guys start getting bored or anything like that, let me know, and I'll try to find things that make it more interesting.
No, this is fun.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pro wrestling and mafia. It's fucking great. I love it.
Okay. Okay.
That's so awesome.
And in that case, I guess I'll see you all next week.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye night.